I'm Riz, the HHC, and we have a special guest, Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah, Amr in the middle. Today.
Amr in the middle.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way quick because y'all gonna be watching and be like, look at these fucking guys come out here, Three Musketeers. The outfits were not intended to match.
No.
We did not intend.
No.
This is why I'm keeping the jacket on because we didn't intend to go all teal.
So random.
Yeah, it is very random. But there's a lot of synchronicity in this room when we get together. So that's traditionally what happens.
That's true.
So welcome to,
Telepathic vibes.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So welcome to 90s Till Infinity, the hip hop podcast where we take albums, past, present, bring them into the now, and talk about songs, the beats, the lore surrounding the album, and we give it a grade out of 5 CDs because we're 90s teens and we primarily consume music on CD.
Absolutely.
So being that was the way we did it, we give it 5 CDs, and if it gets the 5, it is officially a 90s OG certified 5 CD album. We've got a couple of them so far.
Yes. But we're doing a combo. We're doing first time we've done this. We've done soundtracks.
Yeah.
But we've never done a movie and a soundtrack
Yes.
review. And that's why we have this impressive gentleman in the middle here, who is also a journalist. So I think and a cinephile.
Very much a cinephile. Yeah,
So I think he's going to bring a different take to the subject. And he's family to you. I think he's related to you. Right?
Yeah.
Really?
I think you're my nephew.
Yeah. I'm your uncle, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that with the beard.
And that's how it makes sense. So the movie and soundtrack we're doing today is the hip hop classic Juice.
Absolutely.
And this to me was for me one of the most foundational movies of all time for me. Seeing it at that age because we were what?
We were in grade 7. I still remember.
12, 13.
I
12.
was way young. I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You were like 4.
when it came out, it was 4. When I watched it for the first time, I was
Right,
like 6
you're
or 7.
older.
Yeah. So we saw it at a really like foundational stage of our lives.
Yeah, pre-teen going into teen.
Yeah, kind of finding your identity in the world, seeing
Yeah.
what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
And what this movie did was an absolute game changer. So that's the reason why we're talking about the movie as well as the soundtrack. Because it would just be the music.
The movie was relatable to what we were doing.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
So
Bunch of dudes just roaming the
I
streets.
mean, we were younger, but we could relate to what they were doing.
Yeah, enjoying music, enjoying each other.
And
you know?
we were in a group of close-knit family or friends that we would always see each other. And
It's
we
interesting you mention that because I saw you guys as my older brothers and stuff as the characters in the movie. You know, I thought of these characters as you guys in a way. How cool they were and shit.
You know, a little bit of petty theft never hurt anybody.
No.
You guys definitely engaged in a little bit of that.
We definitely did some convenience store, but I mean that was
Statute limitations.
Yeah, and we knew the owner, so realistically, right? We were stealing from the owner. We were almost yeah. We were
knowingly let
right.
himself.
That's what I was gonna say. Like we were taking it without paying for it, but it was kind of a forced.
Yeah.
We
were taking it
as opposed to just theft.
Sure, we were.
No,
taking
it was that sounds worse. Actually.
We were taking it with a smile.
That was really bad.
We were taking it, and then we would look at it and be like, "Thanks, man," and then walk out with stuff.
Right. It was kind of like it was like a Suge Knight kind of moment. Like I'm gonna take it, and you're not gonna do anything about it.
I'm gonna put you over the balcony.
Right.
Just sign it. It's fine.
Just sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I think back, this is so terrible. When I think back at some of those moments, because we were kids selling like cigarettes to younger kids because we didn't smoke cigarettes.
You did that?
Yeah.
Damn.
So we would have to
sell
steal.
singles.
We would have to steal the cigarettes.
Yeah.
But the cigarettes were behind the glass thing.
Yeah.
At the cash register.
Yeah.
So someone would distract.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I would just grab a stack.
Yeah.
And then we would go to the basketball courts and sell them to the kids.
Slurpee machine down on aisle 2, and then do one of the Rothmans.
But then again, we would say thank you and leave and with a smile.
We were polite about it.
We were very polite.
And we didn't, we didn't stick anybody up.
Polite and petty.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about that is it ties into Juice so hard.
It does.
And we'll get to the thing that we're talking about right now. But before we get too deep into it, we normally start our episodes with a little bit of culture. A little bit of what's happening in the world.
Yes.
And being that it's almost been probably about a month since our last episode.
A little over a month. Yeah.
Last episode was J. Cole.
Yes.
Got some great views. We appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the episode.
Yes, thank you.
It was a lot of fun for us to do, and I think that was your first time hearing that album in full, right?
That was my first, in its entirety, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of things have happened since then.
Yep.
sometimes we dabble a little bit in the political theater of things that are happening because the world is an insane place right now.
Absolutely.
And we generally talk about a lot of these things when we're not on camera. But I think it's kind of cool that we have this moment amongst us three.
Yeah.
To be in this position to talk about what the fuck is happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
Where
do we begin?
Exactly.
So let's start with the obvious, like the plainly obvious.
Yeah.
The bigger picture item, which is obviously Trump's degeneration in public for the world to see, the lighting on fire of global relationships, and the Prime Minister of Canada coming out and saying, this is time for the middle powers of the world to be what affects how the world turns.
Right.
And this has never really been done publicly before. I think it's a really strong statement for Canada.
Yeah.
I don't like either party, liberal or cons. I think they're both corporate parties.
You're
but,
an NDP kind of a guy?
for sure. Yeah, but how do you feel about Carney's positioning and where we're at right now?
Wow. I mean, I think he's doing better than some of the other world leaders. I think he's kind of sticking up for the country, right? That's the best way of looking at it. But it's still the lesser of all the other evils.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything prolific either, but he's still better than some of these other world leaders, I think, for the most part. Does he have Canada's best interest? I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence on that. But he's a lot better than what Trudeau brought to the table, and he's a lot more intelligent. I mean, you can see his schooling. He's gone to Oxford. He's
got a doctorate.
Yeah, you can see that, right? You can see the maturity in that.
Yeah,
so that I do like, because I feel like we're in some sort of responsible hands. As where Trudeau, I mean, he was at Coachella last week, for God's sake. No offense, but I mean, this is kind of like the yin and yang of things, right?
Yeah.
So are you in a position where you cannot speak too deeply in politics?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can talk about it. I was just gonna say that I'm just glad we have a leader that can string a coherent sentence together.
Yeah, no kidding.
Without falling asleep.
Absolutely.
Or being racist. Or,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Him putting out the Jesus meme of himself as Jesus.
Two of them.
That's got to be one of the most.
They forced him to delete one, and he posted another one of him like being hugged by Jesus.
And then they took a Tekashi 6ix9ine quote, and they're using it on him, like AI'd it, and it's just
here's the
so
greatest
ridiculous.
thing. Here's the greatest thing. The alcoholic defense secretary Pete Hegseth was doing a speech at a Turning Point USA event.
It's just the Pulp Fiction thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's doing a speech from the Bible. According to him.
25:17.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw something
And
about.
he butchers it.
So he did the Sam Jackson,
which
is not even a prayer from the Bible.
No.
And he's doing the Sam Jackson.
And that's the problem, right? When you have uneducated individuals who think they're educated, this is what happens.
Well,
we saw it with Charlie Kirk. We've seen it with endless people.
Yeah.
And no offense, we see it with Donald Trump. I mean,
I think
his education. He went to Harvard Business. He went to Harvard Business Law, but we all know his dad, Fred Trump, funded that absolutely because you can tell the guy is not a smart individual.
No,
and it's unfortunate because these are some of our world.
Well, the thing is, like, white people can fail upwards, right? They can go from a position of already success because Hegseth was a Fox News host. He was already making millions.
Yeah,
he can fail upwards into position of power.
But do you think it's a race thing?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you could have any color of race fail.
Yeah.
In the right situation, I think.
I mean, look at India. Look what's happening there.
Yeah,
look at the politics there.
The reason I think it's a race thing is because the group that owns Trump, the Heritage Group, they're racists.
No,
right?
absolutely. Yeah,
they're implementing a white supremacist agenda, right?
Right.
So.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
But again, without getting too deep into the politics, because we could go deep in a way that completely
you could go all day
takes away from the actual mission that what we're trying to accomplish here.
I feel like he's on Donald Trump is almost like on a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Like he's blocking the strait, right? Like he's so deep into it that he can't go back now.
But the crazy part
because
is
he's so he's got such an ego and he's got so much pride that he can't admit that he fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? And Iran's given him a bunch of chances to be like, listen, do right, right, and maybe we'll give you fucking some mercy here. And he just digs it deeper and deeper, not realize he's realizing. I mean, look at the state of
He's
this
really
country. I mean, it's fucking
He's really
horrible.
equipped.
$8 a gallon in New York of gas. I mean, how are people gonna?
That's crazy.
So the crazy thing is,
Like, it's
we're in a
ridiculous.
position in the world now where
And we're affected too.
countries that we normally would look at as the countries that are oppressive and terroristic,
Right.
they're now being viewed as the heroes of the
true.
world.
Yeah.
Like Iran has become this underdog hero.
Yeah.
And in reality, they really are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But people don't realize Iran has been a country, a civilization for thousands of years.
Yeah.
America's not even, it's barely 250 years old, right?
Right. I mean, Persia. I mean, do your
Right,
research.
the empire. And
Do
this
your
is what
research.
China said too, right? When
Yeah.
when America was trying to mess with them, it's like, yo, we've been here 5,000
One
years.
of the original kind of
empires
Yeah,
ever.
Right.
And they've never faltered or disappeared or any of those things,
Right.
right?
And also as a city, they're a really modern place. Like, if
Yeah,
when people
yeah,
think
yeah.
about Iran, they think like Iraq or something.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Iraq to some degree, though. They
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
a war-torn place
Deserts,
or something.
yeah.
But it's a really modern civilization there that they're living in.
When the Shah was in charge in the 60s and 70s of Iran was like people were wearing suits,
Yeah.
women were wearing dresses.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
a cultured
I would
society.
say pre the Shah was even better because
Yeah.
they had nationalized their oil.
Right.
When the Shah came in, he just became a proxy to the U.S. and the British, right?
True.
And then
he,
that's
but
what gave.
he almost classed it up a little bit too, in a way.
He westernized it for sure.
Yeah, right.
But
That's
then,
the word.
but
yeah.
then this is why when Khomeini came
Yeah.
and pushed back, people were very accepting because
Yeah.
they're like, we don't really, this is not our culture, right?
Right.
Arab culture, outside of Islam, Arab culture is a modest culture outside of Islam.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Obviously, they know how to celebrate and do all that other stuff as well, but generally speaking, culturally,
Yes.
it's a very different thing. But we're in a place right now where we're cheering what we've been told were the bad guys.
Yeah.
We're now cheering for the bad guys.
Well, I mean, this is part 2 of the. We saw it with Iraq, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Bullshit.
You killed a country, and then there's no weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
So they really weren't the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vietnam, same thing. They were the bad guys. What happened?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Vietnam's
Innocent
still
lives
suffering.
got killed on both sides.
And Vietnam's still suffering from the after effects of Agent
Right,
Orange
and
to this day.
and army vets came back with no support,
Yeah.
mental trauma,
yeah.
and they fought for their country.
Tons of them got
thinking
homeless.
that they were doing something good,
Yeah.
and now some of them are homeless, living on the street. Like I
a
mean,
lot
come
of them
on,
are
man.
homeless. Yeah.
Apocalypse Now, we've all seen that. Like that's
Yeah.
a true portrait of kind of
Absolutely.
what happened, right?
Yeah, that trauma is crazy.
So I mean, America's just doing this all over again, and it's such a shit show.
And really
And,
learning from their past.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now a lot of these people who voted for Trump are now like, oh, I made a mistake. You mean you didn't do your research beforehand and didn't think that this was possible? This guy's a fucking idiot.
the
He's a
crazy thing
cowboy,
is,
man.
the fact that you said the crazy thing is, I don't want to. Okay, this dude got at me in my DMs about. This is also very relevant.
What was their
news.
background?
He's black.
Okay.
Sorry, half black, half white.
Recently?
Oh yeah. Like,
Oh, okay.
When Bambaataa died.
Yes.
So
That's
African
a-
Bambaataa died.
Yes.
For those of you that are hip hop fans, hopefully you are hip hop fans if you're watching this. African Bambaataa passed. One of the pioneers of hip hop.
Absolutely.
Not just the music, but the culture, the fashion, all of that.
No question.
But he's a piece of shit person who groomed and raped kids.
Yes.
Right? So I was putting up a post because I thought, it's relevant conversation. And I said I have a really hard time honoring this guy.
I saw that. Yes.
Right? Because you can't honor him. You
can't.
can look at the culture of hip hop and say, okay, it wouldn't be what it is without his contribution.
Right.
But I can't sit here and say that makes him an amazing person.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I put this up, and then this dude jumps in my DMs. He's like, no, man, you got to come at Bambaataa the same way you come at Trump. And I said, no, the fuck I don't.
Like not even give Bambaataa a chance.
Yeah, just slander him.
Right.
All slander, right?
Interesting.
And then I said, okay, cool, you can feel that way, but no,
Yeah.
the fuck I don't. First of all, Trump, outside of his predilections of being a piece of shit,
Yeah.
he is the leader of the largest military on earth.
Right.
African Bambaataa is a leader of nothing.
Yeah.
He has no cultural, political, social relevance.
True.
He was someone we appreciated
True.
and respected, and then he passed.
True.
So there's no impact that he has on the world around
Well, it's
him.
not entirely true. I believe he's the president of Planet Rock. So.
Yeah.
The Zulu Nation he was affiliated with for a long time.
But I think from a moral compass,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
From
because
a
they
mor-
both are pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
and then that's why I said it's hard to honor him. Like I can't honor him because of this.
Yeah.
Right? So
But even the hard part, I think once you say raping kids,
Oh, yeah.
the hard part should almost be like
Yeah.
no part.
sure. And
But I do
and-
get it because you're looking at it from a hip hop.
from hip hop.
Right.
And
So I get
and
it.
that's a fair reaction for people, and I get it. Hip hop is to me at least, hip hop
Yeah.
is something that I love with like every part of me.
Yes.
And it's a
It's
part of who I am.
embedded in you.
Yeah, like it's in my DNA now, you know?
For sure.
And when I look at the entirety of the culture, there are certain people that played significant factors to propel it to get it to where it is.
Yes.
And you cannot remove that impact or that influence.
You can't.
The same way we talk about 90s hip hop, you're gonna talk about Diddy. Whether you like him or not,
Absolutely.
his motherfucking name's gotta be mentioned because of his impact in the moment. So that, to me,
Yeah.
when you're looking at what Trump is and what Bambaataa is,
Yeah.
as far as their moral compass, they're both pieces of shit.
Yeah, but what has Trump contributed, right?
The different, exactly. So what is
And
Trump
that's a
in the
good
bigger
point.
picture?
Right. Yeah.
Outside of the degeneracy of other men.
He hasn't done anything for
Yeah.
society.
What he's done is he's empowered the worst of men.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So this
the
dude-
worst of society.
Yeah.
Exactly.
the worst of
So this
society.
dude came at me in my DMs, was blowing up my DMs and blah blah, and he's like, so this is the part that really got me. What I found very interesting. He's like, his matriarchs are white in his family, and he's like, so they're Trump supporters. So he's like, are you saying that they're maggots? I'm like, yeah. Fuck, yes they are.
I mean, they're supporting him.
Yeah, yes they are. I mean, and I said
that's a
straight up,
stupid question.
I said, if there's people in my family that have shitty views, I'm gonna call them out on their shitty views.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, and you know they're more than allowed to do a counterpoint.
Exactly.
If they
you're
want.
allowed to rebut
Right.
and say that you're.
They don't have to agree with you, but you can call them out and they can defend themselves.
Yeah, so then
right?
he took it from that,
Right.
and then escalated to you talk shit about my mom and grandma. Like, okay, listen,
Right.
You can not like me. I don't give a fuck. That's cool. But don't make it about something that it's not. This is not about your
Right.
mom or your grandma.
No, it's
This
not.
is about you not liking me, and I'm okay with that. Don't like me, but don't let this thing gas you up into saying stupid shit that you're gonna regret in the future. And the thing is, for me, like I'm not a sucker. I'm not gonna take anyone's bullshit.
Yeah.
If you come at me, I'm gonna come right back at you.
Do you see any validity in what he says? Like, do you see any kind of,
Nah.
or are you just like, nah, this
Nah.
guy's
It's not the reason why is because, you know, weeks and months prior to,
Yeah.
he would be in my DM saying, "Oh man, I really respect your opinion.
Yeah.
I love how you go hard on these people."
Right.
Like that was the sentiment.
Okay, so let me throw something at you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you were looking at wrestling, and Hulk Hogan who passed,
Yeah.
he was the African Bambaataa of wrestling.
Yeah.
If you want to kind of look at it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we dislike him
Yeah.
because of what he did.
Yeah.
Is he in that same lens of hard to honor, or do you totally close the door on him because it's the same scenario?
Yeah. So the reason it's easier for me to close the door on it is because wrestling doesn't mean that much.
Or is
to
it
me.
because he's white?
So that's a part of it too. But also a part of it is wrestling doesn't mean that much to me. So I'm not.
But
as
at one time it
invested.
did.
It used to be something huge.
Right.
If I felt the same investment in
Yeah.
wrestling now as I did when I was a kid,
Okay.
I could probably look at Hulk and say, "Yeah, but he built a business. He did build a business.
Yeah.
Without Hulk, there's no business."
So,
Fair
so,
enough.
so the same to some degree. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the sentiment remains.
But the
because-
contribution doesn't change.
Exactly. You can't remove their impact.
Right.
Right. You can't remove their impact and what they contributed.
Right.
And the biggest difference for me is I can not deal with wrestling. I don't care. I can't live without hip hop.
But what's worse, being racist or raping kids?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
if you're just gonna compare
Rapists-
apples and
rapists
oranges,
should get killed.
like who do we hate more at this
Rapists
point?
should get a death sentence.
I-
don't
I-
see any other way.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
child molesters, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Those are the first to go.
You steal someone's
Yeah. Yes.
ability to feel safe.
Yes.
You should get the death
Yes.
sentence. I'm not fucking with that at all.
Yes.
Being racist just means you're a piece of shit person.
Absolutely.
And the problem with being racist, which is also abhorrent, is because as a racist,
Yeah.
you don't want to see me alive or succeeding or benefiting from society. You want the worst for me
Because
You're
of the
a
color
racist.
of your skin.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
it's a different type of hate.
for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's not a factor in my life. Like your hate can affect me.
Right.
But it can affect other brown people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Everybody is not strong.
Yeah.
Not built that way. It could
sure.
emotionally affect a lot of.
Yeah. Have you guys had blatant racist experiences?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I honestly can't. I mean, if I did, it was very.
Like,
Like
passive
subtle?
aggressive.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
very subtle where I might have, maybe they talked to me a little bit more, not as nice as the previous customer,
Right.
something of
So
that
not
sort.
blatant.
Yeah.
Not blatant, and
That's
I
the
think
sucker shit.
and that is one of the beauties of growing up for the most part in Canada and in Vancouver, where we didn't see that much of it.
That's
Like we
true.
were pretty,
Yeah.
for the most part, it wasn't too bad. I mean, maybe for you guys it was different, but like compared to some of the stories that you hear from the States,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a daily thing for some
That's
people.
true.
How did you react when you had it?
Well, when it happened to me, I was like 15 years old. You probably remember. I was on the bus with your ex, and
Oh, right, the car thing.
yeah, she was telling some story about how she
Crazy.
she would go to Seattle and hang out with her cousins, and they do like street racing type stuff. And this
Right.
white dude sitting next to us, and he's like, "Why don't you N-words just put a bullet in your head?"
Oh wow! See,
And-
that's aggressive.
And neither of us knew what to. I was like, that's never happened to me before,
Right.
so I was stunned.
And you were a kid.
Yeah. Although I will say in high school, like, you got this too, like, you know, other brown kids using the N-word.
Oh,
Right.
That
sure.
might not feel like racism because
sure.
they're brown, but it absolutely was.
And,
It was. I
and they
hated
weren't and they weren't saying it in a like a cool way.
No,
'cause
no,
sometimes
they're
we
saying
would-
it 'cause
our skin
we
was
would
dark.
say it because of lingo
And
Yeah.
the hard,
or
and they would say
hip-hop.
it with the hard R.
Right,
Hard
they would
R,
say
yeah.
because of the color or
Yeah.
the tone of your skin.
We
right?
were the darker brown kids,
Right.
so that's
Yeah,
how we
right.
got it.
And the thing is, for me, like, I didn't start experiencing direct racism until I shaved my head. Honestly.
You saw more of that.
Yeah. And but the difference with me is
Because
like,
now you look like a thug, right?
yeah,
To-
for
to-
real,
to-
man.
to
I started to
society.
get it from cops. I started to get random pullovers
Right.
from cops.
Right.
And you know the crazy thing is, Alfred, who's in another world right now, has always been present when a lot of this shit happened. So it's not like I can even lie about it because he was
No,
there
you-
with
you-
me.
he can
many
back it
times.
up, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I started to talk to the people around me about this, and the idea of your appearance being criminalized. Like,
Right.
they see you as a criminal before you even have a chance to speak.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Right? That part of it is the part that frustrates me the most.
Yeah.
You can call me whatever you want to. I mean, you're digging yourself a shallow
Right.
grave real
Right.
quick.
Racial profiling, right? That's what
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
'Cause it
already
is-
predetermined
100%.
what they think.
That's
of you,
what gets
right?
me.
Because of
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you have a conversation, then you're like, oh.
yeah,
Because then you get the offhanded compliments like, oh, you're so well spoken.
right.
And then I'll normally say, oh, what did you expect?
Yeah. Oh, you
did
don't
you-
have an
what did
accent,
you-
or something like that.
And that's what they
right?
want to say, but they can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Champagne? Shane?
What up?
Hands in the house.
So yeah, so that's what they want to say, but they can't.
Right.
And the thing is, all of these conversations that we're having really tie into the movie and how the movie plays out.
Sure.
But yeah, so like the idea of the racist,
Yeah.
the rapist. Ooh.
Yeah.
Get to a hard place.
Two really evil things.
Yeah.
But one is worse.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
And the thing is, you get to a point in your life where you're like, okay, if I'm not a strong person and
Yeah.
I'm subjected to this, what is my value in the
Yeah,
world?
right.
What is my place in the world? What is my value in the world?
Right.
And then that could become its own self-fulfilling prophecy where you never become the person you're going to become because of the value that gets placed on you.
Sure.
Before you get a chance to define that value.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it happens to a lot of kids and kids never grow out of it.
No.
But I feel like when you're fortunate, like I was fortunate, I had people that activated me. You know, I met Dagamuffin at a good age,
Yeah.
really propelled me.
Yeah.
A lot of these people that I look back now, I'm like, man, that dude right there, he fucking gassed me up real hard,
Right,
man.
right.
He made sure that he told me that I was dope.
Yeah.
You have those things
Yeah.
reinforced, and then you start to believe it yourself. And then all of these other microaggressions and nonsense, it doesn't really affect you, right?
You need to be hyped before you are the hype, right?
Yeah.
For
Right?
sure.
Like someone has to gas you up
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well
Even in
said.
sports, right?
Yeah.
Like you always hear coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you get that confidence because if he's saying I'm good enough, then maybe I am good enough.
Yeah, someone's
right?
got to believe in you.
Someone
for
has
sure.
to believe in you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then eventually you get to a place where you don't need that anymore, and
Right.
you can have the irrational confidence
yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have as a dreamer.
Yeah,
To be able to achieve all the things you want to achieve in life,
Yep.
and that's when life gets fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So I know you had a couple of other things on the news agenda that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there are a couple of things.
Shout
we're
out to all the tokers
absolutely.
across the city. If you toke, feel free to light up with us. This is the High Phrase Podcast presents 90s Till Infinity. We got Shane O'Mac in the house, sipping on an ice cap.
And before I start with the news, you had mentioned that we just completed our 1 year anniversary.
1
Holy
year
shit.
anniversary
Yeah.
of the
Congrats,
High
guys.
Phrase
So shout outs
Podcast.
to
Good job.
Elite, who talked me into this because I'm really horrible at it, but I think
And
I'm,
shout out
I'm
to the
not as
connoisseur.
horrible.
When you look at the first episode and you look at now, you fucking
Yeah.
you
Well,
come
visually, I
with
was
it.
still good looking. That has
You
to
can't take
change.
that away.
Yeah. Okay.
But the
Very
presence on camera,
Right, verbally,
dude,
I'm
you
not so-
transformed the way you deliver information, the way you communicate with people.
I'm not as
and,
retarded.
I think it goes a long way because a lot of the comments fuck
Yeah.
with your opinion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm still going to use retard. Remember? I said that? I'm still using
had a whole
that.
segment
But it's
about
going to
this.
be, yeah.
Last
If you
episode.
know, you know. Okay, so one of mine and Elite's favorite rappers from back in the days is coming back to the concert scene, and his name is Jay-Z.
Wow.
And he's doing he was initially doing 2 anniversary concerts, celebrating 2 albums. So it's the 25th anniversary of the Blueprint album.
Damn.
And it's the 30th anniversary of the Reasonable Doubt album. So Friday, July the 10th.
It's at MSG?
It's at Yankee Stadium.
Damn.
The new Yankee Stadium. I've been to the old Yankee. This is the new
It's like 50,000 people?
70,000 on a good day.
That's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be crazy.
I hope he cuts his hair though.
See,
Nah,
and
he's
I'm
Basquiat.
so with you on that because that's the Jay-Z I miss.
Yeah.
I don't like Basquiat Jay-Z. I mean, it's cool, but I miss that.
It wouldn't feel right watching him perform that way. I don't think.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. So after he announced it, so Friday, July 10th, he's doing Reasonable Doubt. So he's only doing Reasonable Doubt. He's only doing that album. He's not doing anything else. And then July 11th, the Saturday, he's doing everything from the original Blueprint, which both of those albums are 2 of our probably favorite Jay-Z albums, right?
Epic albums.
Tickets sold out within 4 minutes for both concerts.
Damn.
And right now, I went just for shits and giggles. I looked online to see how much
Resell?
resale tickets are, and nosebleed at Yankee Stadium, and I mean like probably like the 3rd row from the top is $2,300 currently. So there you go.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
It's only $2,300. So it's not
Holy.
pocket change.
Arif could afford that.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, I mean you have that in your couch,
Hurts my soul.
and that's and that's American.
So it's a 3K.
So it's like 12,000 Canadian. So because of the hype and everything behind it, he decided to do a day 3, a Sunday. Of course, why not? It's not for the fans,
No.
right?
No.
It's got to pay for Beyonce's outfits, right? And
She can't afford that.
And Blue Ivy's, Chanel bags and whatnot. So he did a 3rd one, a Sunday, and it's called the Extra Innings Show, which is kind of neat. I like the way they did that because it's tying it in with baseball and Yankee Stadium and all that.
Very smart.
What he's gonna do from there? I'm assuming he's probably gonna do a mixed bag of just everything else.
For sure.
I would assume.
For sure.
Right? And that sold out. So
It'd be amazing if he came out and he's just doing acoustic covers of his songs.
that,
I mean,
you know he did that.
What?
He did an MTV Unplugged.
Get
Yeah.
out.
Years ago.
That sounds awesome.
And this is short hair, and it was
it good?
really good.
Really
Yeah,
good.
it's an actual album.
but why
MTV
wouldn't it be
Unplugged.
good? Jay is one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You're not immediately from that generation.
No.
So where does Jay-Z stand in your opinion
That's a
in
good
hip hop?
question. Because
well,
you appreciate old school hip hop.
for sure.
Yeah.
I listen to Jay-Z so much because like car rides with Arif, with Elite, and he'd be playing Jay-Z constantly.
Absolutely.
So there's
Yeah.
some tracks that have stuck that way, and then I did some my own listening. I don't know what album that Girls song
That's
is
the
from.
Blueprint.
So yeah,
That's the original Blueprint.
And then I think I was
Beautiful
in
song.
late elementary, maybe early high school when Hard Knock Life was out, and
yeah.
everyone knows Hard Knock Life, like that.
Classic.
Listening to it still, you get chills sometimes
Absolutely.
because of the production on that song. So I definitely appreciate Jay-Z, even if it's not my time,
Right.
so to speak.
Right.
And shout out to Guru for being really the secret sauce that makes Jay what
He's
Jay
been
is.
his engineer since day one.
Yeah, so he's his sound engineer. He gets Jay-Z's vocals right because in reality, Jay is not blessed with a good voice.
No.
He's got a
That's-
nasally tone, a little.
There's a little
off-key.
raspy there.
Actually, you know what I got with Jay-Z when he did the Linkin Park crossovers? That was like prime high
Collision
school,
Course.
and people went
Yep.
absolutely berserk for that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one really ever did anything like that before that.
No, they did it, and it's funny because when I heard that, I bought there was a single for that. I didn't like any of
Encore.
it. I didn't
Numb
Encore.
Numb Encore.
Yeah, Numb Encore, correct. I didn't
Fucking
like any of it, but I could understand his generation
Absolutely.
like it.
Yeah.
Because people love
Because at that
love Linkin
point-
Park.
Well, because
Right,
Chris Cornell.
right.
Chris Cornell.
No.
No. He was Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Oh, what
This
was
is
the Linkin Park
Chester.
Chester and
Bennington?
Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
And Chester is the one who passed.
Right.
Yeah.
Passed after
Yeah,
Christopher
they were the
Cornell,
two
yeah.
lead guys.
You know what that allowed was people who liked Linkin Park to get into hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good intro to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that point, hip hop was transforming into other genres.
Yeah.
Like Linkin Park was considered somewhat hip hop rock.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah,
But then
absolutely.
before that, you had like
Rage Against the Machine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at it.
And then afterwards, you
We gotta
got
have this guy more.
you got Limp Bizkit that
Rage.
came
He knows Rage Against the Machine.
I love Rage Against the Machine.
I mean, that's insane.
and Rage Against the Machine tours with Public Enemy now.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
And
so
they both
perfect.
have that
And
cause.
they call
Yeah.
themselves the Prophets of Rage.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
And they actually have a couple of joint tracks now because they've been touring so long together.
that's really cool.
Actually, Rage Against the Machine doesn't get a lot of credit.
No, they
And neither
don't.
does Public Enemy.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Chuck D, man. Like, I did a deep dive. We were,
That's true.
last episode, not the J. Cole
That's
episode, but the
Yeah.
Little Kim episode.
Yeah.
We were talking about old school hip hop and
Yeah.
special ed and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? They get a lot of reverence in the hip hop world, but just in general,
Yeah.
they don't.
Dude, Public
very
Enemy, the production quality on the PE albums
Yeah.
is second
Squad.
to
Yeah.
none.
Yeah.
The clarity of the samples,
Yeah.
the percussion, the switch
Yep.
ups,
Yep.
honestly flawlessly made, man.
I mean, the Shocklee brothers, they
yeah,
were-
I will
Hank.
say though, Professor Griff kind of went off the deep end in his personal life a little bit.
yeah.
You think so?
Well, he's really
did.
deep into like the conspiracy stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
But is he wrong though?
I actually like some of those opinions, but some of them do
It's
get
a-
a little kooky.
It's an interesting take.
He's a little wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little wacky.
Yeah.
But he's not.
So we need a
really,
little wacky.
he's not
I
a-
loved Art
We
Bell.
do need a
Art
little-
Bell.
Art Bell is
bad.
amazing. Yeah.
Right?
But the thing is,
He got you thinking at least.
But he's not. He may skirt around the truth.
Right.
Totally.
But he's not far from the truth.
No.
He's doing
right.
it from a good place.
For
Yeah.
sure,
Like
for
he's
sure.
not making up
No.
stuff
Yeah.
for the most part.
No,
He's
no.
just
Yeah.
kind of
That's one thing that kind of sucks for me with PE is not having Griff because Chuck D and Flavor Flav became such huge stars. They
Terminator X.
just couldn't have him in the group anymore.
Yeah.
Like he was bad for business.
Yeah.
You know? And that really sucks because that gave them a lot of their revolutionary
Yeah,
career.
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
Yep. So I mean, his last concert that he did on his own, Jay-Z going back to the concert, was the 444 tour, which was
Shit.
2017.
Right. Damn. 9 years already.
And I went to that concert in Portland.
Oh damn.
It was a good show.
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. I didn't overly appreciate the album.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't hate it either.
Right, right.
But he did other songs that I liked, so it was fine. But
And he's a great live.
what do you think, Lee? You think I mean, obviously it's sold out.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's sold out for the wrong reasons. And what I'm saying is I don't think this is hip hop fans buying a lot of these tickets.
I think this
I
is
think it's just cool to go to a Jay-Z
Yeah.
Go to the
concert.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Because
think this
hip-hop
It's an
fans-
experience.
Hip hop fans don't have that kind of money. So they just don't.
This is an event.
This is more like the socialites want to go see Jay-Z.
This is a cultural event.
Right.
It's going to be one of those things that they talk about for generations to come.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to say.
Is he too old to do this? I guess is the question.
I don't think so. I think Jay is.
He's almost 60.
I think he's Frank Sinatra of hip hop. I think he's got that swag that he can carry himself.
I mean, you're not
into his
wrong.
older years.
But I think what Ars
You're
is
not
saying,
wrong.
I think what Ars is saying is a bit reflective of like late stage capitalism, and I don't think Frank Sinatra in his
Late-stage
twilight had people with deep pockets going to his shows.
That's actually well
right?
said. Late stage capitalism.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's capitalism for someone who doesn't need it.
Now-
This guy's a billionaire.
Exactly. He
Now-
should be putting the show on for hip hop fans.
Now here's the thing.
You know.
And it's funny you say that because when they did the 50 years hip hop 2 years ago, Jay-Z was nowhere to be seen. Didn't want to be involved in it. That was for hip hop.
Yeah.
That's where he should have been.
That's so true.
And I can't help the poor if I'm one of them. So I got rich and gave back to me. That's the win-win, right? Like, honestly,
You had to go
the
there.
level of sophistication, right? He
Yeah.
has never been the person that
No,
tells you he's
you're
not a
right. You're
capitalist.
right. You're right.
Money was always front and center
Absolutely.
of Jay-Z's entire career.
Absolutely. No, you're
Nobody
right.
should expect anything different.
Doesn't it make you respect him less at all? in
For
any way?
sure, for
Okay,
sure.
Yeah.
He's more reflective. Like when you hear him in interviews and stuff, he's more reflective. Like you can
Yeah.
You can see the growth of him
Well,
as
the
an
last
adult.
interview, did you see that with
The GQ one?
Yeah, the GQ one. Yeah.
He's more reflective. You can see the growth, but at the same time, he's money motivated.
No.
what it is.
You're not wrong, but doesn't he owe something to hip hop?
Absolutely. He should be doing what Nas is doing with Mass Appeal. And we've talked about this before,
right.
Like
And that's actually what I'm trying to say is when this whole 50 years. I mean, he would have been the catalyst for this whole thing, but nowhere to be found.
And it wasn't capitalists that were buying his album. It was people from the hood buying his album.
Sure,
absolutely.
Poor people that were supporting it.
And as successful as he was prior to rapping, that wouldn't have lasted.
No,
hip hop is what took him to the next level.
He
So he owes
that.
that. He
them
owes
for
hip hop
sure.
something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's bad that he's doing this concert. Obviously, the price is what the price is, and people will pay it. I'm just wondering if he's doing it for the love of hip hop, or is he doing it for a paycheck?
Yeah.
Or is he doing it because, oh fuck, I can still do it at my age?
For the clout, maybe.
I think the cloud is the big part of it.
Yeah.
I think him understanding that even at this age,
Yeah.
his presence is phenomenal.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I mean, it's just
Nas
obvious.
can't sell out the Yankee Stadium back to back to back. He just cannot.
To be quite honest with you, Nas probably couldn't even sell a regular size arena.
He could
And
probably,
that's nothing
he could probably
against
sell, he
Nas.
could probably
He
sell
just
at
doesn't
MSG.
have.
He could sell at MSG in New
think so?
York. I think New York would come out for him. I think they would, because I think seeing Nas perform in New York.
Maybe,
is like
maybe you're right.
it's like a
Maybe you're
cultural
right. Yeah,
moment.
maybe 20,000. Maybe 20,000 people.
Jay
Yeah.
could sell out anywhere in the world at these numbers.
Yeah.
And at the same time, as an artist, having an ego, because every artist has an ego. I don't give a fuck who you are. As an artist, knowing your impact on the world,
Right.
if I'm an artist, and I have this position of power, I want to perform in front of 85, 90, 100,000 people. Me as a person, I wouldn't put that burden on the buyer.
Right.
I would make sure the tickets are affordable.
Yeah, you would give back.
I would max out the ticket prices at like $100 would be that most expensive ticket, even if you're right in front, because I'm gonna make money anyways.
It's true.
You're gonna make money anyways.
You are.
I have no reason to gorge people.
Yeah.
In that position,
Especially him. He has no reason to.
no reason. But again, we're talking about a person that has never ever given you any reason to question his motivation.
No. You're not. I mean, you're not wrong.
Like even 444, which honestly to me I really enjoyed.
Yeah, a
444.
lot of people did.
I thought it was well
lot of
written,
people
well
did.
produced, typical with the standard of excellence that he's put out his whole career.
Yeah.
But he was talking about money still.
Yeah.
In the sophisticated
Yeah.
paintings and investments and all the other different things he's talking about. But it's still money motivated.
But then, even in that album, he talks about how hip hop got raped financially, right?
Yes.
In the earlier.
Yes.
So you're talking about that, but then you're not doing it.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So now here's the thing. To be fair, we can't say he's done nothing.
No. He's done a lot.
He's done a lot.
He's done a lot of socialist stuff.
He's affected a lot
He's
of
funded
people.
people who were in jail, like people of color. Like he's trying to bail them.
paid off tax
paid off.
burdens
Yeah.
for a lot of
He's
people.
done that. A lot
So-
of incognito stuff that you don't hear
So
about.
what does he
What does he owe?
What does he owe
to hip hop?
to hip hop, the culture, if in his world he is already doing these?
He should be more of an elder statesman. Like he should be more of an ambassador. And I think he rather do football, right, than just talk about hip hop just for a little bit.
Is there anyone like that in the hip hop game?
Nas.
Nas, very
Nas.
yeah, he's a good
Nas.
example for sure.
Yeah.
And but then you're right. Like he doesn't owe us that, but he's got that. He's got the look on him to do that.
Yeah.
Like he could take it to a whole nother
Oh,
level.
he could change the game.
Because
He could change the game forever.
he's not just respected as a rapper anymore.
No.
This guy can walk into any. There was a story I think Irv Gotti was saying he was trying to get a TV show made with BET, and they were going back and forth. And then him and Jay-Z are very close because Irv was very instrumental in his career early.
big time.
So Jay's like, okay, you know what? I'll go with you to the next meeting with BET. He goes, Irv Gotti goes, as soon as Jay walked in, the guy's like, how many episodes do you want to do?
Yeah.
The president of I think it's Stephen Hill at the time.
He can get
Everything
whatever.
changed.
Yeah.
Just because of it, he didn't even say anything. It was just a matter of, oh, it's Jay-Z. You say it's okay.
You're
okay.
affiliated. We'll do it.
So that's a different type of power.
Power, man.
And what he's done with the NFL,
Yeah.
love it or hate it, but he's brought in musicians who wouldn't have normally maybe gotten that platform if
Ever.
it was under any other belt.
Dude, Kendrick is not gonna get a Super Bowl unless Jay-Z is.
Usher?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying these are
For
big
sure,
characters,
for sure.
but they might have had to do a lot more before they would have been able to get that platform.
Yeah.
But that is giving back in a way then. Yeah?
That definitely, but that's not hip hop.
No. Yeah.
That's more of a.
Let's talk about capitalism.
That's for the people. That's for the people.
That's for the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that he's not doing anything. I just wish he was. You wish. I mean, he's got this superpower and he's not using it.
So now here's the thing that I don't like at all.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I'm a fan of how Jay moves overall.
Yeah. Me too.
this GQ interview. Have you seen this GQ interview?
Oh, he dodged everything.
Dude, this was.
He might as well have interviewed himself.
100%. The kid who I can't blame. Opportunity of a lifetime.
He got the biggest look of his career.
Interviewing. He's like in his early 20s, maybe.
Very young.
He's a kid,
but very sophisticated.
He was good. He was good. But this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Absolutely, you're not going to say no to that.
And anybody would take it. And now Jay is obviously seasoned at this. He knows how to navigate these interviews.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to make everything look like it's on
he
the
was
up and up
weaving and ducking
beautifully. But now here's where he killed me when they started talking about the beef, the battles on wax.
Oh yeah,
with Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
And he said,
"Yeah,
beef is not good for the culture."
Yeah. Quote. That's exactly quote unquote. Exactly what he said. Yeah.
The assassin of so many careers, lyrically assassinated.
Didn't he talk about Nas's baby's mama's
leaving condoms on the baby seat?
And now that's not acceptable.
And then he murdered Mobb Deep.
This guy was literally the catalyst for this type of rap.
And let's be fair, he really did murder Mobb Deep.
He did.
He did.
Absolutely
he stifled their career in a way where they could never reach the next.
Yeah. He did.
You know who Prodigy is from Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
Jay found a picture of Prodigy as a kid.
Yeah.
In
ballet school,
in a,
right?
in a, like a
Wow.
dance school.
Yeah, he danced
and
school.
showed it at the Summer Jam while dissing him.
He did an Easy E Dr. Dre thing all over again.
Checkmate. It's Checkmates.
Yeah.
He just dropped Checkmates, and for him to say beef is no good.
So what do you think his motivation for that was then? Because he's more self-aware than that.
Like you said earlier, it's capitalism.
Yeah.
A part of it is
Because
him and Drake are
it's
homies.
not good for business.
A part of it
But
is-
back then, he wasn't the business.
Yeah.
Right? He was an artist.
But
Now
part of it
he's
is-
looking at it as a business, and it's bad for business.
And he doesn't like. I mean, he likes Drake.
Of course he
Obviously, he
does.
likes
He's
Kendrick
been
too.
on multiple Drake
Yeah,
albums.
but he doesn't like seeing Drake done dirty like this.
No,
Which is
absolutely
why he
not.
kind of said, you're bringing up people's families
Absolutely.
and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure, but this is highly hypocritical.
It is, and you know why? One day he'll want to put Drake on the halftime show, so he has to be good with everybody, right?
True that.
Doesn't he have to be good with everybody because it's good for business,
Yeah.
right?
That's fair.
But you're right. Back in the days, he would go. I mean, even Nas before Ether came out, he damaged Nas quite a bit.
He did.
He hit him pretty hard,
And
man.
Ether obviously is a great diss track.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to that battle
Yeah,
one
yeah,
day.
yeah.
I don't think the win is as lopsided as people make it. People are like, oh, Ether destroyed Jay. It didn't really destroy Jay. It didn't really destroy Jay.
No. I think you're right.
lyrically Advanced.
I think the song for song, I think Ether was the nail in the coffin.
Because the beat was
The beat and when he goes
crazy.
Dame Dummy and what did he say?
Call him-
Tybo
call
Ho?
him cocksucker
Tybo
lips
Ho?
and- Yeah.
He goes, you're a Tybo Ho? I mean, that's
I think he called
Dame
him
Dummy or Dame Dad. I mean, he really
compared
went
it
at
to,
everybody.
The camel.
Yeah, Joe Camel.
Joe
With
Camel.
the lips. Yeah. And that's kind of an image that you can't get out of here.
No,
once you
I
see
can
it.
now. I see-
Yeah,
that's all I
because
see.
there is,
It's
unfortunately,
fucking camel
yeah.
looking motherfucker.
So it's very intricate.
So what do you think about the beef comment?
It is hypocritical. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or is it political, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little bit of,
little
yeah, it
political.
could be a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Jay is he is playing everything safe.
Yes.
He will not say more than he has to.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to
He's a
offend
master of
anybody.
this. Yeah.
He's that guy.
And that's the part that I don't like. Like the rest of the stuff,
He's
I can
kissing babies, right? Hugging.
Sure,
like, he's
sure.
He's almost like a politician in a sense.
do all
right?
that, but still be real.
That reminds me of I wish he would act a little bit like Eddie Murphy. I don't know what you saw when Eddie Murphy accepted his Twain Award.
Oh,
Yes.
He went off.
He did.
He doesn't
I
have
saw that.
to.
No, he
could
doesn't.
play it politically. He didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
No, he
I wish,
didn't.
I wish he didn't give a fuck.
Because he hasn't really changed so much.
That's very true.
He still kept to his
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the document Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
done?
Oh, it's so
he's
good.
almost the same.
It's
Like, he really
so
hasn't changed.
good.
He's an intricate, right?
Yeah.
He's a homebody.
Yeah.
He says it, but he's still funny, and
Can
he's
we-
still direct.
Can we just give some love for the fucking convertible roof?
He's got a sky dome in his
the
house.
house.
He's got a sky dome. His literally in his living room. The roof just
The shit opens
casually
up.
just
He
opens
lives in
up.
California, so it's sunny all the time.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
The shit opens up, and then it.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's got old money.
Shout out Eddie Murphy, man.
He's still spending Beverly Hills Cop money.
Eddie Murphy was
You know
dropping.
what I mean?
Eddie Murphy was dropping $100 million movies every movie throughout the 80s.
Facts. And that's when 100 million was like 500
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the logistics,
nothing
right?
was hitting 100.
Like 100 million now is a big
Yeah.
deal. You imagine in the 80s?
Yeah, he was huge.
No, if there's Eddie Murphy doesn't exist, there's no Will Smith.
There's no a lot of
Point
people.
blank.
There might not be a Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
There
but
might
I
not
mean,
be
like
a Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Dave
the
Chappelle,
Hollywood
yeah.
run, the
Right,
$100 million
right,
back
right.
to back to back.
Right.
Eddie Murphy set the stage for that.
And how many young black actors were doing movies like that before Eddie Murphy?
He was getting entire black casts and the staff. The makeup,
Yes,
the hair, he was
yes.
employing all black people.
Harlem Nights. He brought every old school black comedian, Red Fox,
Crazy. Richard Pryor.
He brought them all, and that was his
So
doing
good.
because he wanted to give them the spotlight.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's power, and he uses his power correctly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're saying about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's what he's not
Use
doing.
it
That's
correctly.
exactly why I brought
But that's what
Eddie Murphy
Nas
up.
is doing. He's
Yeah.
bringing back Ghostface Killer. He's bringing back, like
Getting them paid.
you know what I mean? Giving
Put
them a platform.
$1 million in Rakim's hand.
Right?
$1 million.
Celebrating
man.
50 years of hip hop, trying to
Yeah.
put a concert out with his
Yeah.
own money. And Jay-Z's just sitting there counting the dough. Yeah. See, what's more important to you? The NFL halftime show, having a person of color performing, or a hip hop 50-year anniversary?
hip-hop 50
You're right.
years,
And that's what I'm
sure.
trying to say. So where
Yeah,
are your
no,
priorities?
You're on point with that for sure.
Where are your
Yeah.
priorities?
Yeah.
You don't give a shit about football.
Yeah.
You give a shit about the halftime show because it's profitable.
Yeah.
Not the star themselves don't even get. They get pennies on a dollar.
Yeah, they don't do it.
But the commercials,
Yeah.
fucking $6 million for like a 2-minute commercial. That's ridiculous. Peak. Anyway, so I mean, I guess shout out to Jay-Z for the concert. I mean, that's dope. We've seen him a couple of times.
I've seen him.
I've seen him twice. I think you've seen him
I've seen
three
him
times.
3
right?
times,
Yeah. So no, I've seen him 3 times. Sorry, the 444. And then we
yeah,
both
so the
saw
Watch
him
the
at
Throne.
Blueprint, and then
Yeah.
we saw him at Knock, and you saw the
Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so that's gonna
Have
be
you seen him
enjoyed.
live?
No.
He puts on a great show.
I bet he does.
Absolutely. You know, I have a DVD called
Oh,
Fade to
cool.
Black.
Yeah.
It's a concert DVD
I've heard of
that he
Fade
put
to
out.
Black.
I'll give it to you. You watch it. It's actually very impressive. Yeah. Okay. Next thing. So I don't know if you heard about this, but Charlemagne the God. What do you think about Charlemagne? That's CTG.
I used to be a fan.
I feel like you.
I used to be a supporter.
Right. Yeah.
Until the whole Andrew Schultz, Kendrick.
Yeah. And his take on it.
And Charlemagne just being a pussy about
Yeah.
the whole thing.
And he basically backed him up.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of his politics. I think he says irresponsible stuff on these
Okay,
massive.
so you're gonna
platforms.
love this then.
Okay.
And I don't know if you heard this, but a couple months ago, Charlemagne the God from Power 105.1, Breakfast Club specifically,
Club.
who are now on Netflix.
Wow.
So they got a Netflix deal.
Yeah.
Weird.
So the podcast is now on Netflix, which is
Yeah.
it's $100
Same
million
with
deal.
Fat Joe and Jada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he claimed that Michael B. Jordan and the Sinners team hired John Davidson, the guy who had the I think Tourette's, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
At the
yeah,
BAFTAs,
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
yeah. So he's saying that they hired that guy to shout out the racial slur at the BAFTAs as a marketing tactic to boost the films. I did a Fijian there. Film. To boost the film's chances of winning an Oscar. Quote: "That was the best PR."
What a fucking shithead, man.
And this is a little dated because this was previously. So this was actually he said this previously before they won the Oscars.
Post the BAFTAs.
Do you
Right,
have
post
any
the BAFTA.
evidence whatsoever of that claim?
No, that was just the way he looked at it and the way it happened. It was a little too perfect in his opinion.
He always gives the donkey of the day. You know, he does the donkey of the
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
You are the motherfucking donkey of the day. For that statement.
Okay. Now think about it for a second.
Devil's
I'm not saying
advocate?
he's
You
right.
play devil's advocate.
No, I'm not. But I don't agree with that. But is it that far fetched?
If that's where I'm going with it, it's
Because
not,
we have seen tactics in the past that got leaked out after the fact.
There was
you know-
a benefit on the other side too for John Davidson, who had this film coming out too.
Right.
You know, so it brought. I was like, "Who the fuck's John Davidson?"
Right.
Until that.
And
Now
it's specifically
suddenly I'm
about Tourette's,
googling
right?
John Davidson and this
I
movie
am
and
going to attribute more integrity to Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo.
I mean, yes, I would
think so
love
too,
to have. I mean, you almost want to have faith in these
Yeah,
individuals,
yeah.
right? Because they're cut from a different cloth, right?
Yeah.
But keep this in perspective. Before the BAFTAs, Sinners never won Best Picture for anything, and then they win. after the controversy.
Yeah.
So it kind of it's like so you lost at the Critics' Choice Award, you lost at the SAGs, you lost at the Golden Globes, you lost at the BAFTAs. Racist stuff comes out, and you win the Oscar. Yeah. Like it's just kind of. Like, so you mean you didn't win anything prior? I mean, I'm talking about Best Picture. I'm not talking about actors and whatnot.
So that could possibly be the case if he didn't also shout out other shit throughout the night.
That's true.
Right?
That's
if
true.
it was just the only time he did something and that was it, then maybe you could say. But he was yelling nonsense throughout the evening.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually.
Right? So
I think it's a better cover up there too.
Absolutely.
Like, I was doing all that anyway.
Absolutely.
I think it's just terrible timing. I think it's just, sometimes.
So no validity in that,
Yeah,
in
I
your
don't think
opinion.
so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And for Charlemagne to be like a purveyor of this nonsense, knowing that people are already going to be saying shit like this, feeding the fire, being in his position, to me, I hate that shit.
I almost feel like now he's, like, I feel like he was, he was such a supporter of the black cause, right? Black entertainment, black. Why would you go against the grain?
That's why I don't.
Which is really, unless you actually, like you said, had some factual facts on it, why would you go against that and say something like that? But I feel like now that he's on a bigger platform, he almost has to say stuff like this.
Yeah, because I've seen him on CNN panels.
You need viewers, right?
Yeah, the dumber the shit you say, the more attention you get.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
controversy brings in viewership.
I've seen him on CNN. I've seen him on Fox. He's making the
he's crazy notions.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like it. I think it's whack. I think it's bad for the thing is, like, we've talked about this before. I think shit that you have to say when you're a brown person, the shit that you have to say that's going to be negative about brown people. You don't say it on people. You keep that shit in house. Right? You talk about that shit in house. You don't let that other people, have that business out there like that, right? That's what I don't fuck with. So
I heard that Michael B. Jordan's actually white and he's doing blackface actually.
That means he's a damn good actor.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get us that.
He is a lighter shade of brown, so that's very possible.
It does not get more. The essence of a black man does not get more black.
But he doesn't look like Flex from the Michael Jackson movie. If you know, you know.
Shout out, Flex. We know you regret your decision.
Yeah.
We all know it was a bad
We
decision.
still loved you on Hanging with the Homeboys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had that other show with Kyla Pratt.
Homeboys in Outer Space.
With Kyla Pratt. He had a show with Kyla Pratt. He was
Yes, he did one-on-one.
Oh, that's...
He plays the dad.
Yeah, you still get some love. You still get some love.
And Kyla Pratt was cute.
Yeah, she still is.
She still is cute. Yeah. And then the final thing I have is Jack Harlow.
Oh!
So Jack Harlow,
is he an actor or a pop star?
he's a rapper.
Oh, he's right, the rapper.
House of Harlow, Jack Harlow. So I'm sure you guys know who Jack Harlow is. He's a Caucasian rapper who's released a couple, and he had some very huge early success. His first couple albums did pretty well. He had some. He was up and coming. He had some banging singles, and he was popular. And they even casted him in White Men Can't Jump, the remake, which was the worst movie, and not because of him, because of the whole thing. But he didn't help. Very insulting to Woody Harrelson. Not even to get a real actor, just to get some guy who's popular in the music.
Woody was dope at ball too.
Dude, Woody was great. So anyway, so he's been out of the scene for a couple of years, and he comes back with a new CD. So his fans are thinking, okay, we're gonna get another kind of a hip hop CD, and great. No. Jack Harlow, he decides to change lanes, and he wants to go the neo soul route.
What?
So he titles his new album called Monica. It's and before the album came out, he was promoting it, and he said this in an interview, and this is quote. He goes, he got blacker while making this album.
But the question before was.
Sorry,
a lot of your contemporaries. The guy said a lot of your contemporaries went the other way and went to rock music and all that stuff.
I didn't know that.
But you went, and then he said, "I got blacker."
And I have a quote that you're gonna love, because a journalist actually wrote a piece on this, a black journalist, and this is what he said. This is how he ended. He ended this article. He goes, I know you're gonna love this. He goes, Jack Harlow is making black music for white people who don't know what true black music is.
Yeah, that's
and it was like
bars.
And that kind of sums it up,
That's
right?
Bars.
But also, he's saying it made him blacker, which means he thinks he's black.
Yeah, like he literally
already
said,
black, now he's
I
blacker.
I felt blacker. And
You know he's using the N-word everywhere he goes when he's around his white friends. Now, here's the thing that makes me the most mad about this whole thing, okay? First of all, he's whack. Like, first of all, he's a trash rapper. I don't care if you've had hits. As a rapper, he's ass. Like,
You're
he's
right.
one of the worst
You're right.
contributions to hip-hop
you're not
as
wrong.
a rapper.
Yeah,
Now,
he was a popular
popular.
rapper, but as far as any
mean
type
he's
of hip hop,
yeah,
no, he's not.
Doesn't mean he's good. He's trash.
No.
He's been trash.
No.
His whole contribution is trash. The R&B stuff. Okay, first of all, he can't sing. So what the fuck you mean R&B? Who's calling it R&B? This guy is the final boss of Culture Vultures. Ooh. That's what he is. He's the final boss.
He's not I don't know if he's as worse as a Post Malone or a Jelly Roll.
But the thing is, they left. Right? They left. He got blacker.
But they took the culture and ran with it.
They ran with it, right? But
He's still in the culture.
Yeah, so that's
he
more.
Still thinks he just thinks he's more black.
I think running away is more cowardly.
So if anything, he's appreciating the culture.
So okay.
he's saying he's more black.
Now we're in the Twilight Zone.
Right?
Now we're in the Twilight
He's actually
Zone.
changing his name to Black Harlow.
Right. or his previous name, Whack Harlow.
That's the one I go with.
Right.
So shout out to the people on Threads. I don't know if you guys are on Threads at all.
I check it through Instagram.
But the way they drag Jack Harlow on Threads,
Nice.
applause.
Well, in the
Y'all
music
are
video of the
killing
first
it.
single, he's wearing this hat.
Oh
And I don't
my!
know if you've seen
He
this
thinks he's
hat,
Jamiroquai.
but it's that old school. It's the hat that we wore in that picture. I have that
Oh,
hat. And
yeah,
you have
yeah,
that hat.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
remember
yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of
Oh,
like that
yeah. It's
Kangol
like a
square
mailman
kind of.
hat,
Yeah,
yeah.
but his
Garbage.
is double layered. So
Garbage.
imagine that hat times 2, and he's got it on an angle with glasses. So he's looking like music soul child in that video.
it's garbage.
SNL parried him too.
Yeah, they did, and that guy did a really good job of it too.
So I don't know if I heard this correctly. It makes me want to vomit. Sham, did you say you're a fan of his?
His music's catchy.
It definitely is catchy.
Yeah, but-
you're not wrong. It is catchy.
Yeah, but herpes is catchy. You don't want that.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean, okay,
I got it already. It's okay.
okay, but
the production is fine.
I mean,
Garbage.
No.
listen,
Hot, steaming,
Okay.
garbage.
Eminem,
Yeah,
some of his biggest singles
Yeah.
Sorry.
were not hip hop.
for sure.
They were poppy hip hop.
sure.
So
But let's not ever.
that's catchy music.
Let's not ever discount the bar quality.
No, but I'm not talking. You're talking about catchy music.
Yeah, it's totally
He's,
catchy.
so he's talking about. So that's catchy music.
But I can at least listen to Eminem's catchy music and appreciate the
Guess
bars.
who's back?
But the bars.
I mean, that's not hip hop
for sure. But in the verses,
So that's not really-
I created a monster, and nobody wants to be Marshall no more.
No. But the music is not the demographic that's listening to
corny.
that is
Yeah.
listening to that.
for sure,
Yeah.
corny as fuck.
It's the same
But
kind
this-
of.
and see, this is where M is.
Cornhop.
This is where M is such a huge departure from every other white rapper, because he figured it out. He figured out how to drop.
No.
whack pop
I'm not.
shit.
I'm not even comparing them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, catchy music is catchy music.
Sure. And for me, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the catchy stuff.
Yeah,
I
fair
need,
enough.
I need meat
Yeah.
in the music. And you know what this really does? Seeing this crack ass culture vulture come out with this garbage really makes me miss Mac Miller, man. Because Mac Miller was
Yeah. No.
Fucking dope.
Mac Miller was hip hop.
yeah,
But he had a song with Ariana Grande, and that's catchy
He had
music.
so much pop. He had so much pop music.
So that's kind of like.
but he's
you're
a better
right.
artist.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right? He can
absolutely.
spit. He appreciates the culture.
Yeah.
He brings OGs back from
Yeah.
back in the day.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Right? So I think
He had a different level of respect for the game.
and a
for
different level
hip-hop.
of skill.
He would
Yeah.
never say he's getting blacker.
No, never.
Never.
And he was actually appreciated by a lot of artists, like
Yes.
Schoolboy Q
Yes.
and a lot of others.
lot
Like,
of dudes
I miss
fucked with
my. You know, like they actually had. They had respect for what he did.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, the album tanked. The album it's a commercial failure.
Good job, y'all. Good job.
And I don't know where he goes from here now. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say his career is probably done at this
Yeah.
point.
So,
I think he'll be an influencer because he'll go on one of those stupid shows.
I
and
don't
start
know.
streaming.
Yeah, but he's kind of done.
you can't jump either.
No, he can't. He should jump off a bridge.
I like that one.
Um,
That one. That's a win.
anything for any news from you or
So
anything else?
we covered pretty much everything we were
We
going to
did?
talk
Yeah,
about.
okay.
You mentioned Schoolboy Q. The
Yeah.
only reason I'm going to bring him up is because he's on a real health kick right now.
Yeah, they're saying he's on
really good shape.
Ozempic and stuff, and he was like, no, man.
He's
no,
working out. He's getting
Yeah,
ripped.
yeah.
And shout out to Schoolboy Q. We need more of that represented
Man of
in
the year.
hip-hop. We need more of that represented in brown culture.
Absolutely.
People getting in shape in their 30s, 40s.
Yes.
Extending their longevity.
Yep.
We don't need to see more people dying at
No.
early ages. We can't have that.
blood pressure, diabetes, all this
Yeah,
stuff.
you know,
is
we
creeping
eat,
up.
we like to eat and we like to, indulge ourselves. but we got to make sure we appreciate our health and move forward. So shout out to Schoolboy Q.
Yes.
And setting a good example.
We need some more of that Man of the Year type vibe.
Ooh.
Remember that?
His Blue Lips album was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That must be Blue
Yeah, it was
Lips.
pretty good. So before we get into our reviews, we do a shticky thing called Fun Fact Friday. And we weren't sure
Shout out
whose
to
Friday
Riz, keeping
it
it-
was, but now we know that I guess we'll go with mine.
Yes.
You guys remember that song Addictive by Truth Hurts and
Oh,
Rakim?
yeah.
Where it had that-
The brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's literally the worst rendition I've ever heard of it. But I loved every minute of it. So her name was Truth Hurts,
Yes.
right? And she was on Aftermath.
Yes.
So everybody, and including myself, assumed that Dr. Dre produced that song because it seemed like Dr. Dre does
That's a Dre style
dip
beat.
into like samples of that sort, right?
Rock and Bars is
I just
Yeah.
recently found out that song was produced by DJ Quick
Oh.
and not Dr. Dre.
Wow.
But he never got the credit for it. DJ Quick produced the whole song. So shout out to DJ
Damn.
Quick, who I always say
DJ
is one of the most
Quick.
underrated rappers, and more importantly, an underrated producer. Because he did work on Jay-Z's album,
Yeah.
and nobody talks about it.
Yeah. And on the Chronic.
He even said he did so much work for Dre, and he didn't get a lot of credit for it.
Yeah.
But he's okay with it,
Yeah.
because he's not that guy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And the stuff
I
on
just
All-
wish more people knew
the stuff
about
on
him.
All Eyes on Me that he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did
really
Hearts
is-
of Men.
He really is a
Yeah.
sonic mastermind.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big shout out Quick.
Yeah. So yeah, that was very interesting. So do you want to do the movie first or the album?
Movie.
Movie. Okay. So who wants to start?
Do you have some?
Yes. Okay. So Juice, we're doing the movie review and the soundtrack review. So we're gonna do the movie first. All right. So Juice, titled, that's the title of the movie, came out in 1992. Wikipedia describes it as a crime thriller. It was directed by Ernest Dickerson in his first directorial debut, who was actually a DP for Spike Lee
Damn.
prior to going into his own lane. So he did a lot of early Spike Lee movies. He did the director.
DPs are crucial.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys. I feel like crime thriller almost undersells the movie. A little
It does. A crime thriller makes it like, I don't know if that's a Caucasian way of looking at hood movies.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they can't say hood movies because
Yeah.
it would be racist if they call it. We know it as hood movies,
Yeah.
but a lot of the best hood movies are crime related,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
true,
Boys
true.
in the Hood,
Yeah.
right? Menace Society,
Menace,
right?
yeah.
But they can't say hood movies
Yeah.
unless you're black or if you're a person of color, right?
Yeah.
But crime thriller makes it sound like it's a James Bond movie,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right? Or Jason Bourne.
It underscores or ignores the cultural impact that movie has, I
Absolutely,
think.
absolutely. What would you, if you? I mean, you're a cinephile. What genre would you allocate it to?
I would call it a drama. Yeah.
I think that summarizes it.
Yeah.
Because I
I
mean,
would
it
say
has
so.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It has
It's
a
a
little bit
drama.
of comedy. It's
Yeah.
got some drama. It's got some romance, right? It's got a little bit of everything. But I think drama would be better suited for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is once
Whack.
again people who don't know the culture,
Wackopedia.
or probably hasn't even seen the movie,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna go on the box cover and go, "Oh, it looks like a crime thriller."
Yes.
Anyways,
Wackopedia.
so the movie was also written by Dickerson and a guy named Gerald Brown. The movie stars 4 up-and-coming actors: Omar Epps, Tupac Shakur, Jermaine Hopkins, and Khalil Kane. So Omar Epps plays Q. Quincy is his full name in the movie, if I'm correct. Tupac plays Bishop.
Bishop. Such a hard name.
Jermaine Hopkins plays Steele. And Khalil Kane plays Raheem. It follows 4 friends growing up in Harlem. And actually, you know what? Before reading this, I didn't realize it was Harlem. I didn't even think to know what city it was.
I
knew
assumed it was New York.
I didn't know it was specifically Harlem.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I guess they made reference to Harlem in the movie because why would they just say Harlem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So obviously there was some there that we missed. So it's following their day-to-day activities, their struggles with police misconduct, rival neighborhood gangs, and their families. The film marked the first acting roles for all of them except for Jermaine Hopkins. Apparently, he did something before that. It was shot in Harlem in 1991. It has some other notable appearances in the movie.
Icons.
Cindy Heron. Do you know who Cindy Heron is?
No.
She is Cindy from On Vogue.
Oh, right. She's the girlfriend.
She plays the nurse. Remember?
She's the girl.
She plays Q's older
girlfriend.
Yeah. Remember the ex-husband goes, "Oh, what's your name?
Yeah.
Couldn't you name yourself Mustafa or Ahmed? Or what's Q stand for?" So she makes an appearance.
Yeah.
As well as
Brenda, right? She was Brenda.
she was Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Oh,
You're close. You're close. You're close.
Very attractive.
You're close. And a very young Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
A very young old Samuel L. Jackson. He was in the arcade.
He's the shop owner.
The snappy nappy dugout.
Yeah.
Snappy nappy dugout.
It's probably around the time he was the radio announcer and Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit after that.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit after that. But because Samuel L. Jackson didn't start acting until his 40s.
Yeah.
So that's why I say a young old, because when
Yeah.
you look at him, he looks older, but it was one of his early movies, right? So you see a little bit of him, and you see Queen Latifah.
Yes.
She plays a Rough House Records MC.
Much respect.
And then you have some cameos. You have Flex Alexander, who we were just talking about him, comedian slash sitcom artist, and more importantly, he's married to Shanice. That's his wife.
That's crazy.
They've been married for, I Like Your Smile.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Dude, that's right. There you go.
That is one of the greatest one-hit wonders because
She can ride her whole career, and
without
she
a doubt,
does.
It's one of those songs.
Yeah.
It's a forever
It's
song.
an Amy Grant Baby.
Oh,
That's all. The only song you never know of Amy Grant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
It was fucking catchy. Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Dr. Dre and Ed Lover play are in the movie. They play judges in the scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't know them, they're hip hop royalty at this point. MTV hip hop, MTV Yo Raps. They were the original Yo MTV Raps. Thank you. They were the second host after Fat Five Freddy.
No, it wasn't Red Alert that was in this,
yeah.
right?
He was there, yeah. He's one of the judges.
You know, it doesn't say Red Alert, but I'm not saying it. He's not in there. But Fat Five Freddy's in it. Yeah, Fat Five Freddy's in it. Yeah. So actually, a couple more. EPMD were in it in the bar scene.
Yeah.
When Blizzard when they're Blizz,
Yep.
right?
You want to know this?
Remember when Q had to get the cigarettes for Raheem?
From the machine.
Yeah, from the machine. And I don't know if you guys remember, but you could buy cigarettes in a vending machine back in the days. Champagne knows what I'm talking about, especially at the casinos and the bar, shady bars. You walk in there, you put in $5. Oh, do you want a Fanta and a pack of players? No problem.
Good old days.
Wow.
And Tretch, who we were
Yes.
talking about earlier, he plays
Shout out Tretch.
a
Thug, I guess. a background thug.
Right. So nothing different that he does in his real life. And Special Ed. Special Ed plays Raheem's ex-girl, baby mama's boyfriend. Remember the guy with the Nissan Maxima?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that because I didn't know who Special Ed was back in the
I didn't
day.
know either back then.
Champagne would have known. He would probably be the one because we weren't listening to Special Ed.
were
He
12,
was before
man.
our time. He was like Sham would know him.
We had no idea who these
We
people
learned
were.
about him after the fact from the samples.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Crazy.
And Donald Faison from Scrubs. He played a student in the high school as a back,
wow.
of Clueless.
Yeah, for
and
sure,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
he was in it.
Damn.
Early.
Random.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's right. So believe it or not, Daryl Mitchell. Do you know who Daryl Mitchell is?
DMC?
No, he was a comedian in House Party, the first one. Remember, he wore a hat. He was a comedian, and then he got into a car accident. And he's in a wheelchair. He was in Night Court.
Oh, okay.
Chill, Daryl
Okay.
Chill Mitchell.
Yeah.
So he went for the role of Tupac. Tretch went out for the role of Tupac.
Yeah.
Money B from Django went out for the role of Bishop,
Bishop?
and Donald Faison. All of them auditioned, and at the time, Money B Digital Underground and Tupac had a relationship. So when Money B went to the audition, he brought Tupac with him.
Yeah.
So the director said, "Oh, are you here for the basically small talk? Are you here for the role?" He goes, "No, no, no." He goes, "You want to try out?" And he tried out,
And he smashed.
and he smashed it.
I actually read something else about that, and apparently Tupac got it because during his audition he threw a chair. I literally read
I don't have
today.
that. You know
see
what? That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And let's not get it twisted.
I could see that.
Pac is perfect.
Yeah.
He created something in Bishop that I think will be remembered forever in movies.
The fact that he never really acted before this, like you found one kind of movie
On
where
the
he
big
was,
stage, yeah.
and this was kind of his first lead role.
Yeah.
And to do, you would think this guy made 10 movies before
Yeah.
this.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys, being having the lore you guys have, were there any other rappers at this time who had done that transition from like having released a rap?
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yeah, and Ice Cube.
Trespass.
And Cube.
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
Ice
Yeah.
Cube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice-T was first. Trespass.
Ice Cube would have been.
Oh,
after this,
and
too. Yeah.
I think New Jack City.
Yeah, City.
Yeah,
New
New
Jack
Jack
City.
City. Right.
He's a cop, though,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and Colors, right?
Oh no, he
Wasn't
just-
that?
just did
Oh no,
soundtrack.
he's a soundtrack. Yeah,
Colors.
but I mean, he was good in New Jack City.
good.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
good.
For a rapper,
Yeah.
rap. Yeah.
I think the difference is Pac wasn't good. Like
Yeah.
he was
great.
sensational.
But a lot of people don't know too that it's not just. I mean, he was very good, but he also went to theatrical, like drama
Yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah.
So
He
he
was an
did
art
have.
student.
He had
Yeah.
that ability,
He's an
right?
artist.
And you could see that. You could see that.
He learned how to get in touch with the
Absolutely.
stuff on the
Like when you
inside.
see Ice Cube in his first movie, like that's just Ice
He's
Cube.
just Cube.
Yeah. I mean,
And Ice-T for the most part. It's not
Yeah.
too much of a stretch, right?
there's another element of it here, though, too. Though, like Hollywood is so superficial, and Pac looks so good on camera.
He does.
He's got the smile too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Even an
charming.
early
He
Pac,
has-
handsome guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just he's captivating.
He's got
Compared to
right?
Ice Cube, like, come on.
Yeah.
Ice Cube
Well,
with
even
Jerry
Ice-T.
curls.
I mean,
Yeah, even Ice
Yeah, no
Ice T
offense.
looks.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start from the jump of this movie, because it didn't really do box office.
Yeah. So that's a good point. So,
I'm assuming it just went like maybe a limited run.
So just piggyback at what Amr said. So Tupac was given 15 minutes to rehearse before the audition. He secured the role, and then Tretch and Faison landed cameo roles, respectively. We could appreciate this. There was a show back in the days called a movie review show called Siskel and Ebert, which was, you know,
2 thumbs up.
them along with like Leonard Maltin of E.T. They were
Yeah.
kind of the guys.
They could
right?
make or break movies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when they actually reviewed a movie, you actually believed it, not like the shit you see
Well, 'cause
now.
they-
Right?
numbers.
Like they gave it a
deep
they gave it a
dives.
fair shake.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Roger Ebert gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, which
Wow.
was crazy
Yeah.
for a movie like this, a
Yeah.
hood movie.
Yeah.
He said he praised the movie and quote unquote he said it's one of those stories with the quality of a nightmare,
Damn.
in which foolish young men try to out macho one another until they get trapped in a violent situation, which will forever affect their lives. Box office gross till today is at 20,147,000. But in its opening weekend, it made $8 million, which is
Damn.
actually a huge amount.
For an independent movie like that,
it's
that's
a huge
big.
amount. It wasn't shown in many theaters.
I didn't expect that.
And it made
Wow.
$8 million, and that's a huge.
impressive.
So it out the box, there was a lot of interest.
Yeah.
But you could see that was the hip hop fans watching it, right?
Sure. There was no media presence
Right.
behind it. It's just because everyone loved Pac.
So if Juice comes out today, is it a smash,
Oh,
or is it doing similar numbers?
I mean, I guess it depends on who's in it today. Is it still Pac
That's the
today?
thing.
And
That's
like,
the
there's
thing.
the
Yeah,
modern.
that's a good point.
No one has that presence.
Yeah,
right?
you can't say because if it's got Pac in it now, I mean that's a totally different landscape, right?
Over.
Especially with his But okay, let's say you had four actors in that same scenario.
There is kind of a movie like that. Not the same tone, but I'm thinking of that Four Brothers movie with
Four Brothers?
Andre.
Yeah,
Mark
Four
Wahlberg.
Brothers. Yeah,
And it was,
Tyrese.
and it was and it was a modest.
I really
it
liked
was a
Four
good movie,
Brothers.
entertaining movie, and it
Very
was a
good movie.
modest hit.
It was about Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No, it I liked the movie. I actually really liked the movie. But yeah, no, that's true.
So it wasn't a massive hit, but
Yeah.
it got some attention.
Oh no, it made money for sure.
It made money for
Yeah,
sure.
it did
Do you
well.
do you think the movie did well because of the soundtrack? Because at that time the soundtracks were very important, right?
crucial.
Soundtracks
It's
were very
crucial.
important.
But I think because this is such a hip hop soundtrack,
Monumental.
because it was such a hip hop soundtrack, I don't think it would have moved the needle in that way.
Fair enough. Yeah. Not
I
a
think-
universal kind of.
I think the movie was marketed well in the U.S. as far as what you were gonna get out of the movie.
Right.
It got really good radio
Yeah.
run and all of those things because
Right.
Pac's presence is so big, right? Every movie, I don't think Pac had a flop movie as far as the budget compared to the profit.
So
I
this-
think you're almost right. I think he had a couple of smaller ones like gang related, bullet,
Yeah.
but for the most part he was in the black.
Yeah.
Right.
would you guys say the Menace to Society soundtrack's as good as the Juice soundtrack?
No, Juice is better.
So
Juice is better.
So
Juice
I
is better.
just looked this up. Apparently, so Menace to Society came out a year after this. It did almost 30 million at the box office.
Damn.
Wow,
So-
10 more million.
Yeah.
Fine thriller, yeah.
With the a soundtrack that you guys
And
don't
the soundtrack
consider
was
as-
good. The soundtrack was
It was
good.
good, yeah.
You had MC8, you had Spice One,
Yeah.
right? You
It had
had,
introduced
but
us to
I think
Computer
Juice was more influential.
For sure, I would agree with
Yeah.
that.
Like the Juice tracks are still like some of them are
Bangers.
still
Yeah.
considered iconic.
Yeah.
Whereas Menace Society is straight up Menace. I think that's Trigger's Got No Heart. Maybe that was in there.
Yeah, MC8.
Yeah.
MC8
Yeah.
was phenomenal. in that.
So that's what we're reviewing today. We didn't see it in the theaters because we were too young. We were 12. Shan, did you watch that movie in the theater? Did you see it in the theater?
Yeah.
What theater did you watch it in? I'm curious.
We went to in Uptown, the Cineplex Odeon.
Look at that.
Wow.
Station Square, right?
Station Square.
Yeah. So our man Champagne,
My Surrey crew.
he's a little bit older than us. He's got a couple years on us. He saw that movie live in the theaters. And what was your experience on that?
Oh, dude,
What did you think of it after watching it?
it just blew me away. It just you know what? It painted a picture of how we grew up or how we came up.
You could relate to
Later
it.
on,
You could
later
relate to
on.
it, right?
I could relate to it.
Yeah.
Hands down.
There you go.
It just painted the picture for me. The street life and how we just hung out, four boys.
Right.
And
A
it
group
reminded-
of, yeah.
It reminded me of us.
Right.
That's what I
right.
said earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it reminded
absolutely.
me of you
This
guys.
Yeah.
is a prelude to our childhood.
Prelude to our child.
So
wow.
what do you
Nice.
remember feeling the first time you saw the movie?
Yes.
I honestly, I do feel like there was a lesson in the movie for real. Like obviously, it showed what happens.
Boys.
Boys will be boys to some degree, and then it shows what happens when you get too high on yourself. to
How
some
old were you
degree.
when you saw it properly for the first time?
Again, I would have been like 7, 8-ish.
And did you enjoy it?
Absolutely, and it was one of those movies that I'd watched multiple times.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
yeah, it left a mark, but a positive one because I didn't want to be Bishop.
Right.
I wanted to keep the crew together.
Right. Right. You wanted to be Raheem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I wanted, and I
Wrecking
felt
crew,
I felt terrible.
Wrecking crew, yeah.
I will never forget what happened to
Oh,
Raheem. in this
Raheem.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
People called
Yeah.
Yeah. Because every group does need a leader, right? In some sense.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
Or someone who's kind of
A leader that at least makes sure that everyone gets together.
sure, sure.
Right? There has to be a
Or,
group.
or not even a leader, but someone who kind of holds the
A-
group,
a
the group
catalyst for the
together,
crew,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And honestly, for me, I really did associate a lot of us to the movie.
Absolutely.
I did too.
It
I
really
get
felt like
for
it.
me, the movie was you guys, and it was like Raheem was my older brother or
Right,
something. and
right.
then-
And it's funny because Q has a younger brother in the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
was the kid in New York Undercover.
Right.
And then he played Junior on My Wife and My Kids.
Yes. Big
Right?
head ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, me and Elite, we watched it when it came out on VHS. And
We
because
probably
we,
rented it from Superior Video too.
we probably did.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Major.
Or
if you're still alive.
Blockbuster, one of the two.
I don't think we had a Blockbuster back then.
What?
I think it
The
came
one on
after.
Fraser? No, you
It
didn't
came
have that.
after.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
We used to get it from Superior, and
Or-
Rogers Video was the
Or,
other one.
or 24-hour video across value on Victoria.
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
video
yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Damn,
So I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember anything about me watching it the first time because it's been so long. I just remember watching it, and I'm sure I enjoyed it. But I was more attracted to the soundtrack at that time because I really loved the song. The movie was great, but we didn't have access to watch the movie every day.
So here's the thing.
Like you could only have to rent it and watch it.
I felt like Q. I felt like the dude that wanted to chase his dreams.
Right.
And something was gonna happen that was tragic. Like
Right.
I related to Omar Epps' character huge.
Right.
And the thing is for me
At that time,
at that time.
Okay.
In a massive way.
right.
And
But what was your calling?
I didn't know.
Oh, but
I had no idea.
there was something in you that wanted
The
to be
idea
great.
of the dreamer, the
strive to
chasing
be
your dream.
right,
Drive.
right,
Yeah,
right.
that I encapsulated Omar Epps'
Interesting.
whole character
Right.
beautifully.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I related to Pac because Pac was electric,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
the second he comes on scene,
Yes.
he just lights that motherfucker up, right?
Right.
Like the way the movie starts, for me at least, is one of the greatest intros. You know, him and his little brother talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
And then he pulls him off the bed, and then
Scratch the record. Q, get
he
up.
Yeah.
starts the record scratch. and the beat hits.
Yeah.
And right away, for me, I was like, yo, this
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
And it was cool because it showed you the projects, but it was kind of a sophisticated side of the project.
Because the dad was very vocal in the beginning.
Right.
Get you out of there.
Like they weren't poor, they were working people.
Yes.
So it was kind of showing you that it's not just that.
Yes.
It's not
It's not
crackheads
just
and whatever else
poverty.
the perception is. It's just normal people who
Yeah.
are living the way they live.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And trying to give their kids the best they can.
Yeah.
Right?
That was probably my intro to scratch culture, and I remember thinking how cool it was. And I mentioned this before we started recording. Omar Epps actually learned how to DJ for this movie, which
Right.
was a really cool little.
Which you had
tidbit.
mentioned, and I didn't know that, but I mean, you could tell he was really doing
Yeah.
it like
There was no stunt
like it
hands.
was something like he
Yeah.
was already
He had the flair.
he had
you
the
know?
flair of it, yeah. And actually, that would probably be my first introduction to real DJing, as far as visually seeing it, because we didn't see visual DJ before.
Unless it was
really.
a music video that was
Yeah,
around
unless it was
back
a music
then
video.
that I can think
But
of.
who was DJing? Was it DJ Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
okay.
or Eric B?
So the thing
right?
is, we knew what the sound was. We knew what was happening.
yeah, definitely.
Because we were exposed to the music.
Right.
We hadn't physically seen it.
That's what I mean.
that way.
And like
Yeah.
the battles and.
So
shit.
Armor's
Oh,
right.
that's
I think visually, I think that was the first, because now we see DMCs and we
Yeah,
know DJs.
now it's regular.
But back then, that was
Brand new.
a new thing.
And can we just give some props to the audio scientists that people call DJs?
Yeah.
That can scratch, cut mixes,
Yes.
and turn samples into brand new songs just off of the fucking
Absolutely.
honestly,
And real DJs, not
no.
not Paris
I mean
Hilton.
the Jazzy Jeffs.
Yeah.
I mean the real.
Yeah, not
cutters.
the CDJs with
Not
the
the-
MP3s and
Not the
MIDIs
hand up in the air for the whole set while the music plays.
with the air horn.
yeah,
like
no,
DJ
no,
Khaled.
no. Beyond that, DJs.
No, we're talking about real deal ones and twos, the techniques, right? That
audio
kind of stuff.
scientists.
Yeah,
It's a lost art, man.
it is a lost art.
We should give them their props. They
Absolutely.
absolutely have changed the game with turntables.
Yep.
And hip hop is banging.
And we actually got to meet some locally.
Oh, cool.
Like DJ Maximus Clean back in the
DJ
day.
Wax.
Well, DJ Wax we knew.
DJ Wax won the
DJ Wax.
DMCs. You know, he's one of the best. Shout out to Wax. Still doing his thing.
Wasn't Earl the Pearl a DJ?
Earl the Pearl was a DJ. Still
Right.
is a DJ.
Right.
He's a party DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
So he spins a lot of 80s,
Yep.
90s, pop,
Yep.
hip hop.
There you go.
Flip
Out, I think Flip Out,
Flip
right?
Out's one of the
Yeah,
best.
we knew him from back in the days.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Alibaba.
Alibaba. Shout out to
Alibaba,
Alibaba. Still
right?
doing
Yeah,
his thing as well.
yeah,
Still
yeah.
DJing.
So
He does the soul skates on Sundays.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
If you want
So
to get your roller skate on with some hip hop in Vancouver, soul skate.
and 151.
Of course,
Right.
the OG 151.
So we know we there
And
are some
151 can cut some
you can
shit.
cut. Yeah, yeah.
He can really cut.
So we know some actual real DJs,
yeah,
not
yeah.
DJs.
Yeah,
of
no,
what,
for sure.
Of what you see now, who have basically like a laptop and a fake kind of a scratcher with which is just scratching MP3s.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's I guess it's a skill within
something.
itself, but it's not that original.
No, there's nothing like
ones
scratch.
and twos. What do we want to call it?
Nothing like it.
So yeah. So you said that the movie brought for you to strive for something better.
Yeah.
Did it do anything else for you, or was that kind of the main frame that you took out of it?
That was a big one, and the other thing was it reinforced loyalty amongst your people for sure. And that was
Yeah.
a really big one for me.
Yeah.
It really made it clear to me that I didn't want to fuck with guns and
You're right.
drugs and those kind of like I didn't want no part of that. I knew I wasn't cut out for that.
Right.
Like that was like a harsh reminder at a young age.
Yeah.
And it also made me want to act.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Pac was so big in that movie.
So was it him specific? His role
Absolutely.
specifically?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Q made me want to be that dude.
Yeah.
But Pac made me want to be Pac.
Right.
Right? Like I
Right.
can't think of anybody else in my life at least that's affected me in that way where I'm like, man, I want to do shit the way he did it.
Right.
Right?
The movie for me it was, and then after watching it, numerous times after.
Dozens of times.
It did really, like Sham said, it did, and Amr said, it did really remind me of us.
Yeah.
We were a little bit younger, but we were up to that. We were doing stuff. We would go to the CD store or the record store and buy music.
And see, that's the thing I'm talking about. The friendly theft.
Right.
The not because
Right.
remember they come in the record shop. He's flirting with the girl.
Yeah. Hiding it
from
in the
behind.
newspaper.
She got jacked up teeth afterwards.
Jack. with the hoop ear, with the hoop earrings.
Yeah.
And then he winks at her and he says, "Call me." You know, so he does all the niceties.
Yeah.
But I'm taking a record with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. We did that. Like that's kind of what we
For
did.
sure.
Yeah.
So that when I say relatable, it's directly relatable.
Yeah,
relatable to
it
our
is.
experience.
We would go and hang out at someone's crib every so often, right? We would buy food or make food. We would go, right? We would we would do skip school sometimes. Like that's what they were doing. We would go literally to the laundromat, right, or to the Indian pawn store and play fucking Street Fighter. And so that's what we would do.
So
we would try to buy the fly gear.
Yes.
Because they were fly in the movie.
Yes.
Like they would have the dope
Matching
gear,
sets.
right?
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
Raheem, that red jacket.
And Steel.
That's a dope
Steel
jacket.
was
Yeah,
fly
Steel
as
was
hell.
dope. He had the plaid,
With the overalls.
right? And the boots, right? And the Tims, right? And Pac with the hoodie, with the jacket.
One of my favorite things about Steel was when he's, I don't know if you remember this, but he's getting ready in the mirror.
Yeah.
And he starts beatboxing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he's
Bum,
beatboxing.
bum, bum, bum.
And
Yeah,
he's like taking
yeah.
a bite of something.
That's right.
And he portrayed so much Fly.
Yeah.
When he was the furthest thing from Fly.
Yeah.
Fat,
Right.
toe up face and all that.
No.
But he's just.
He had the confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that shines so big.
Yeah.
Pac did him dirty in that movie, man.
Oh, it did him
Yeah.
so
Pac did everybody.
I felt so bad for stealing that movie.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about Pac's character arc for a sec, because he comes on scene. I think the first scene he's in, he's giving his pops money.
Roland Bishop was his full name, right?
Yeah.
I'm correct? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Roland Bishop, right? Yeah. Okay. We got
and
confirmed.
he comes out and he puts cash in his pop's
Correct.
pocket, right?
Correct.
And then he gets out in the streets and he goes to get Q up outside the window. Q.
Yeah.
And then they meet
Hey,
up.
Q!
Yeah. And then they meet up, and then Steel gets introduced next, and then eventually Raheem gets introduced. You see such a loving friend from Pac in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, like they're hugging on each other and stuff, and
Absolutely.
laughing and joking.
He died for you, basically.
right,
And a loving son.
Yeah.
And a loving
The
son
way,
as well.
you know, his-
so he shows the side of himself as this
Sure.
vulnerable person.
Yeah.
One of the great scenes when they're walking away and Pac yells out, "Wrecking Crew!"
Yeah.
And the scene cuts.
Classic.
Right?
It kind of does a freeze frame, right?
Yeah, It goes black and then
Right.
goes to the next. So Pac brings this energy, but you can start to see pieces of him being sinister.
Yeah.
Right? And it starts at Steele's house.
Yeah.
Where he wants Steele to cook him some food, and Steele's,
Yeah.
And then there's one scene where Pac explodes.
Yeah.
'Cause
When they're watching the James Cagney movie.
Yeah. And he's like taking all the bullets and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, that's how you go out. That's
Right.
how you
Yeah,
take.
yeah, yeah.
Because
And then-
they just had come from Blizz,
Right,
And they were
right.
watching Blizz on news, and he had died. And
Yes.
and he was basically like, if we were there, he wouldn't have died, and we would have gone in a blaze of glory. And then it just so happens he's watching the James
And then
Cagney
he was
movie.
like, if we were there, there'd be 5 dead
Right.
ends to the
Yeah,
one,
one, right.
And that shit to me was like, okay, this is where Pac's character arc begins, his descent.
Absolutely.
Because now he understands.
He kind of goes Scarface a little
He
bit.
does.
Big time.
Yeah. And shout out to Omar Epps.
Ooh.
Because he equally did a
killed it.
great
That's true.
counterpart to Pac.
killed it.
Because those were the two guys who were really going at
And
it.
can we show some love to Raheem's character?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, this guy, is there a better Big Brother character?
And he was so fly.
so fly.
Good looking guy.
Yep.
Dope clothes.
Always
got-
dope clothes.
And he got the respect from everybody. Like
And
he was the guy
charisma.
who everybody liked.
And
Yeah.
charisma, dude. He just lit up the camera.
Right.
He was
Right?
the glue that was keeping that group
He was the
together.
glue.
Yeah.
Like even the street guys, they all respected him.
Yeah.
Like we don't know the background to that, but obviously he
sure.
did something
Yeah.
where they would.
And then
would-
he ended up having a kid, so he had to be the
Right.
the good guy and not
Right,
do the
right,
shit.
right,
so
right.
there's this, you get this nobility
Yeah.
off of him.
Yeah.
It's a
Which
good word
is
for it.
which is what makes his tragedy so
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
because you were rooting for him, right? You don't want him to die, and then you see him, and it's like
It is almost Shakespearean in that way, where
Yes.
he's like the king of the group, and Pac wants to
Sure,
take him down.
sure,
like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Shakespeare style. you
that's
know?
true. Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
great writing tool from Ernest Dickerson. The way he put that
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That's a really smart device that he used because he really built up this. Like you genuinely love this guy.
Yeah,
Right? You
yeah,
see his
yeah,
relationship with
yeah.
his sister joking around and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
he's trying to use the washroom.
Yeah,
remember? He's like,
yeah.
oh,
He's
you're working
always
out,
got a
right?
big smile
yeah,
on his face. You see all this love and
Yeah.
stuff. And even when they're planning to do the robbery,
Yeah,
he understands that Q's got to do this DJ thing.
Right.
Right. He's like, we're gonna
Right,
go there.
right.
You're gonna do your thing.
Yeah.
We'll get out. So he's
we'll have enough
always
time to come back. Yeah,
always thinking about
Yeah.
everybody else. So in your mind, you're like, man, I want a friend like that.
Yeah.
Like, what's my Raheem in life?
and I think
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think he even said, like, we're not gonna hurt the guy, the convenience store owner, because they know him. They had maps. We just want to go in and get out. Like that. He didn't have ill intentions in that way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was trying to be.
And then the craziest thing, I hate making this comparison, but this is how and why we had the homie that robbed the corner store.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It was why?
It was influenced
That's
off
right.
of this.
Yeah, well,
And
kind of was.
the worst part is these idiots didn't go with any masks. And the one dude looked. This corner store
Literally
had,
at the CCTV.
had a surveillance camera that was like in a disco ball,
Yeah.
and he's looking
Yeah.
on Crime
Yeah.
Stoppers.
Wow.
He's looking, going like this
So they caught the fucker, obviously, right?
Yeah, they did.
right away.
Jeez,
But-
come on,
And there were a
man.
lot more rats back in the day, so you know everybody's fucking
Yeah.
caught.
But because it was petty theft,
Yeah.
and they had like respectable records, it was just like,
Yeah.
we won't do it again. Write
Yeah.
a letter and stuff.
Right.
But we were seeing the parallels in our
Yeah,
lives.
yeah.
I think the difference is the outcomes in the U.S. because of the guns
Sure.
everywhere
Sure.
is life or death.
Right.
Whereas over here, we get to see like a PG version
Right.
of what that was like.
But we could relate to because basically they just wanted clout,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? They
Yes.
wanted money, but they wanted clout.
Yes.
And we did a lot of stupid shit for
Stupid
clout
shit.
or try to get
Stupid
that
shit, yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
it didn't always
And
work out
we
well.
put ourselves in situations with people
Sure.
that we necessarily shouldn't or wouldn't have put ourselves
Absolutely.
in because we weren't affiliated.
Right.
We were adjacent.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So we got to, I hate saying it, we got to reap the benefits.
Yeah,
of
yeah, no,
some
we
of the
did.
dirt that
We
other dudes
did. We did. Yeah.
And being
No, we
around,
did. You're right. You're
And
absolutely
I'm sure
right.
in your your era of people, they were the same kind of guys.
Always, yeah.
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 I mean, if you're
that
affiliated by association, you can still use that for something,
for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
For
Like,
sure.
oh, do you know who you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
for
one of
sure.
those things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I use that all the time. Like, my brother's elite. You know?
there you go. And you get in everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah.
I
of
actually
course.
do use my brother's. He writes for the Hive.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Daily
Shout
Hive.
out to the
this is
Hive.
Fantastic. So, the moment that changes the entire dynamic of the movie, Raheem gets killed. And
Right.
I personally don't think I'll ever forget the impact that this moment had on me. I just remember my jaw dropping and being like, I can't believe this has happened.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of those movie moments that I'll never forget.
It's like when Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood. It's like one of those moments where you'll never why,
like
Yeah.
Tyra Banks. in
right?
Higher
Because Ricky
Learning.
was the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
was
just wanted a better life.
It's always the good guys who get killed. Kane in Menace Society. He was the good. He was literally
He was the
going
good
to a
dude.
better life.
Yeah.
Trying to protect his
Right?
foster kid.
It's never the asshole who gets
Yeah,
killed.
no.
It's always the good guy.
Yeah. And that's again
Yeah.
very, very Shakespearean.
But in this
Very
one, it hurt
poetic.
more because Raheem was just that guy,
That
right?
dude,
Like he
man.
was that dude, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I mean, no spoiler alerts here because if you fucking haven't seen the movie
If you
yet
haven't
from
seen it,
this
that's the new
point,
thing.
and you are a so-called hip hop fan, then fuck you because you should have already seen the fucking movies, right? So, so ultimately, that was a turning point.
Yes.
And then shit just goes downhill.
Yes.
The crew started kind of when Bishop and Q had that argument.
Yeah.
And then Raheem forced them to kind of hug.
Yeah,
Remember, he's like, "Come
yeah.
on, we're brothers. Fuck
Yeah.
that, we are brothers,
Yeah,
right?"
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was forced.
Yes.
Tupac neither
No.
one of them wanted nothing
Wanted
to do
no
with
part
that.
of it.
So you could tell it's slowly breaking
Fractures.
apart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then when Bishop, when they're talking about the gun and whatnot, Q's so disinterested,
So
right?
disinterested.
You know, it's on, and then Tupac's like, "It's on," right? Like he's so hyped up for it, right? Yeah.
At the court.
And then after Raheem dies, then Steele gets shot,
Yes.
but he doesn't die.
No.
And then after that, Bishop goes.
And in between there, it is one of the coolest movie scenes that I've seen that I recollect on often. Is the locker scene. In the high school.
Can you guys recreate it?
Do you remember any
I just remember him signing off a partner.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he
well,
puts the hoodie up.
do both roles. You're talented, you know?
So one of the coolest things, because Q's doing his thing, and then slams the locker, and then Pac's.
Okay,
Face is
so
there, yeah.
so the visual is there in high school,
The
right?
visual there in high school. Q's emptying his bag and stuff, and Pac is on the open side of it, so you don't see him until the door shuts.
Yeah.
Right.
So brilliant use of cinematography
Absolutely.
to expose Pac. And this is the first time they're seeing each other post the death of Raheem. So there's a lot of
That's right.
uneasiness
That's right.
and
That's
tension, right? Because there's one point where Pac, where they're trying to take the gun from Pac,
Right.
and Pac's like, "I'm gonna hold on to this till I
right.
say so."
That's right.
Right. So everyone's kind of like on edge now around him.
And Pac is almost fishing to see if Q is gonna rat
yes.
Yeah.
or
for
where
sure,
his
yes.
mindset
And
is
you
at.
can feel the venom off
You
Pac.
could feel the tension.
It's
from
It's
it was
done. Beautifully
Absolutely.
done.
Yeah.
So Pac has this, Q in the scene. Q is like, "Yo, what the fuck? You gonna kill me? You gonna kill me right here?" And then Pac delivers one of those soliloquies that just makes you realize that he could have been an Oscar winner
Absolutely.
without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
He looks at Q and goes, "I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a
Alright.
fuck about Steele.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Raheem.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about myself. Cause I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And the day I realize that you ain't shit,
That's
Dude.
crazy.
And then he ends it off with
Partner.
hoodie up,
Yeah.
walks away.
not partner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
partner.
Partner. And the way he walks away, because he puts a real limp in his
He
step
does.
Yeah.
to really
And
accentuate.
doesn't he put his hood up,
Yeah,
right? He puts his hood
flips
up
the
too,
hood.
really aggressively.
So phenomenal acting.
Phenomenal. And then you can see the fear in Q's
Yeah.
face.
For sure.
Because he's like, he's become Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah,
this guy's
This
crazy.
guy's really
Yeah.
nuts.
Full flip.
And I can't do anything because if I do something, he's gonna, I'm
Cut
next.
the fucking gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then it leads to this brilliantly filmed confrontation
Yes.
through an apartment building.
Right.
I personally think a little ahead of its time
I
as
think
far
so
as the
too.
Sure,
thinking behind
sure,
it.
yeah.
Because before, when they're going to the party, Q's already in the elevator.
Right.
Bishop is standing outside the elevator. Elevator's full of people. Bishop
Yep.
wants to get in.
Yep.
They kind of have a little
Right,
standoff.
right.
Bishop creeps in. They go into this party.
Right.
And then the chase begins, and they're kind of running through this party, and eventually they end up on the rooftop for their final encounter, which is weird because I remember feeling like I kind of wanted Pac to win.
I didn't.
But if I can backtrack for a second, even building up on that scene, audio wise, I don't know if you guys remember, but they're playing Cypress Hill. How could I just kill him?
Yes,
And
yes.
it's kind of like this,
trippy,
Yes.
right? We're kind of like
fucking
talk
brilliant.
about a
Brilliant
perfect
choice.
use of
Yeah.
a song.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of people think that Cypress Hill song was on the soundtrack, but it wasn't. It was a totally different Cypress Hill song. But it was just so crucial in that
So
moment
good.
because you see that kind of chase, and then how you
And
hear
Gabriel's voice
right,
is so
and the
sinister.
beat is so sinister
Oh.
that you know something bad's gonna happen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We just don't know what.
Something you
Right?
can't understand.
And, which is one of my favorite Cypress Hill songs. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Brilliant.
But anyways,
Oh yeah, no, beautiful mention.
yeah. So
shout
so
out
Pac
to
is. I
Cypress.
think they're. Is it Pac chasing Q? I mean, or is it Bishop?
I-
or is it the other way
The
around?
gun was gone.
Yeah, so the gun was gone.
Because one of them is chasing one of them.
Yeah,
Right?
Q's gone.
Q was going after Bishop.
Right.
And they got after the roof because Pac had
Okay,
lost
so
the
Q
gun.
was going after Bishop.
Yeah,
right,
and
okay.
Bishop had lost the gun at that point.
Right.
So they have the little stand square off.
Yeah.
And then Bishop ends up on the side of the building, hanging on for dear life. And Q wants to help him still.
Yeah.
We're fighting.
He grabs his arm,
Tries to help him still.
and Q says something along, "Don't let me go," or "I don't want to," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he can't obviously grip, and then
Pac falls to his
right
death.
now, to add to that,
Oh, the end.
I didn't realize. Did Sham? Did you know there was an alternate ending to the movie?
No,
Okay.
it was cut off like a.
Did you know at that time there was an alternate?
No idea.
No, man.
Brand news to me right now.
Okay, so this is new news. for
Brand
me.
new.
Only
I
you
looked
know.
it up before
Only you
coming
know.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's new news to me too. But apparently, if you have the remastered DVD, it's on there. But so that was the original. What leads to that was the original ending for Bishop. But the flip side on that, or the alternative ending, was instead of Bishop accidentally falling to his death, he voluntarily loses grip of Q's hand after hearing approaching police sirens. Bishop states he ain't going to jail, and he lets go. So think about that for a second and tell me which would be more
The one you explained.
like now that you can like if you had to choose an ending, knowing now that there's two alternatives or two versions, would you still stick with the original one, or is the other one more enticing?
I think I would stick with the original because I don't think the Bishop character that they built in the movie gives a fuck about the police or going to jail or whatever. Like I think I think he would have his character would have used that to embolden who he was in some way. And
That's
not,
interesting.
And not take the easy route and die.
See, I think it's the other way because he wanted to go out in a blaze of glory.
Sure.
That was kind of his like, I don't give a fuck.
But
And
was
when
that
he
what's
heard
falling that way a
when he
blaze
heard
of
the
glory,
cops,
though?
he was like, "Fuck that! I'd rather die
Yeah.
than get arrested by the pigs." Like that's what's his.
Yeah,
Because that's what Blizz did, right?
Yeah.
Instead of conforming to the cops, he got shot out and died. James Cagney at the end there, instead of he died in a blaze of fire because he didn't want to. So I feel like that was
Yeah, 'cause
his prelude to like, hey, or his tribute to like, this is how I'm
'Cause
gonna
him
go.
asking-
I'm gonna go out on my terms, right?
Yeah, him asking for his life doesn't fit the trajectory
Right,
of the
right.
character.
Because he was so rebellious
I
up
kind
until
of would
that
have liked
point.
to see him say that.
I kind of thought the same
It could have been a really cool moment.
Yeah.
because you could see that
Damn.
that.
It would have
hatred
solidified
that-
the gangster all the way through,
It definitely would.
as opposed to the "save me" cue.
Because I mean, he literally says a speech. I don't give a fuck about me. I don't give.
Yeah.
So that's a I don't give a fuck moment,
that's very
right?
Scarface
Yeah, him saying
moment.
"Save me, Q." I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But totally right.
Yeah.
Totally game changer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it wouldn't
yeah, I
change
like
the
it.
whole movie, but it does
like
add
that a
a
lot.
interesting.
Yeah, no, I like that a
Alternative.
lot. And now, one of the weird. It's so interesting how this movie has all this beautiful build up and the way it ends has one of the weirdest cliche lines
Who does?
to end the movie
Oh,
itself.
oh.
When Omar Epps is about to leave the building, he's gonna leave, and the guy goes to him.
got the juice?
Now you got the juice.
Right.
Oh, right.
You got the juice
Right.
now.
Right.
Right. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So that's actually a very good point because as much as we used hip hop lingo in our day-to-day life, especially back then,
Yeah.
we used to say things.
Yeah.
Juice wasn't one of them.
No, I think that's a New York thing.
That has to be a New York thing because
Yeah.
nobody on this side said juice.
No.
Or you got the juice. Like
Yeah.
juice meant fucking juice.
Yeah. I mean, Tang.
Like Kool-Aid, Tang, right? Whatever the fuck you had. Juice wasn't like a term of endearment or whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
And we didn't even use it after the fact.
No, I don't
Like
think
it
they
never
used it at all.
stopped. Yeah, it never stopped.
I don't know if they needed to do anything there.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was like a message moment.
maybe.
Personally, to
It
me,
is cheesy.
Yeah,
It's a little cheesy.
It's
It
the
is
only
cheesy.
misstep of the entire movie for me.
You think so, eh?
I don't think they should have had it at all. They should have just had him drop. Q does the thing. And then it just kind of like
Yeah,
ends
yeah,
on a high note.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It was a little cliche, right?
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being
It's
the-
just like if you ended boys in the boy going, man,
You guys are
I
the
hope
boys
I'm not one of the
now.
boys in
Yeah,
the hood
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, or I'm not a menace to society anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
that's kind of what they
right?
did. That's kind
Yeah.
of what
So
they did.
I can.
Yeah.
It was very sucralose.
Yeah.
They did a lot of shit like that in the 90s, though. you
They
know?
did.
They did.
I mean, it's not. Let's not. Not even hood movies, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
movies
exactly,
in general
yeah.
had some cheesy
Message.
endings.
Yeah.
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 So interestingly, because it's our first movie review, I think it's only right that we go with five DVDs.
I was just thinking that. No. Tell it that's the teal thing all over again, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Teal.
Because I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
Or do we pay tribute for this one specifically and say 5
No,
VHS?
VHS.
VHS.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we would have probably seen it on VHS.
You would
the
have,
first
yeah.
time we.
Oh no,
saw
we
it.
no, absolutely.
So-
The DVDs didn't come out until 99, 2000. So,
So
I
maybe,
know for a fact.
maybe it's right to go VHS.
Yeah, maybe. I think if we ever do this in the future, we should select the original source that we saw it on.
That's awesome.
That's fair.
Because with
Yeah.
CDs, it was always CDs.
Yeah.
So we know.
But then we can't do it for streaming. Then what do we do for
Fair
streaming?
enough.
Right?
Fair,
We can't do 5 Netflix.
there you go. Good point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's DVDs. Let's do because it's on DVD.
DVDs.
You guys go first. What's your rating out of 5?
One of the most impactful movies in my life. One of the reasons I'm a creative person today. It's an absolute 5 for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
When I think of movies like this, there's like a trifecta for me, which is Juice, Boys in the Hood, and Menace to Society.
Absolutely. Holy Trinity.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
out of the three, I would give Boys in the Hood a 5, and I think
Right.
that's the only one of the three that I would give
Wow.
a 5.
Right.
So I would give Juice like a 4.5
Nice.
DVDs out of 5.
Still high.
Solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I give it a 5 just because for me, I mean, hood movies is my first love. Like mafia movies and hood movies that's it for
Magic.
me.
Yeah.
Right?
Special
And,
kind of
and, and if you can watch a movie X amount of times and still enjoy it,
Yeah.
I feel like that
For sure.
there's something great about that,
Yeah.
regardless of what the movie is. right? And Juice is one of those movies that if I can put it on at any time and watch it and still be entertained.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Yes.
Or if it's on TV and it's halfway through, it's like The Godfather.
It hooks you.
I'm sitting there, I'm watching
It's
it.
I've watched it innumerable times.
Yeah, me
couldn't-
too.
I couldn't put it
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it's just, it's the movie and it's the music behind the movie that's in the movie. Like they incorporate so much music that's not even from the soundtrack, but just like the culture.
And
right?
it's a great segue to go right into the album.
Absolutely.
Well, I need to sit this one out to maintain my journalistic integrity because I'm not as familiar with the album as you guys, so I can't.
Right,
give
fair
it
enough.
a
Yeah,
fair-
fair enough.
But
Fair
thanks
enough.
for joining.
Adios, guys.
Thank you very
It
much.
was good having you on.
It's been a
It's
pleasure.
And we'll have you again soon.
I hope so.
Yeah.
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 You got the juice now.
The great, the great Amir.
That was cold-blooded.
That was cold-blooded. I think. What did you enjoy better, the soundtrack or the movie? If you had to choose,
Movie for me.
movie for you, more impactful.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, soundtrack doesn't fall far behind.
Not at all.
Right? Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
So, I give the movie a 5 out of 5. I mean, I don't know if I said that, but yeah, absolutely 5 out of 5. Okay, so now we're gonna review the soundtrack. Original soundtrack, released December 31st,
bastard.
1991.
Damn.
So the movie came out in 92, but the soundtrack had come before that.
Yes.
Usually, if you guys know back in the days, maybe even now, but especially with hip hop movies, the soundtrack always used to come out maybe 1 to 2 months before
Yeah,
the
it was
movie.
like the hype vehicle.
Right? It was always because you wanted to get because for hood movies, I mean, I don't even know if hood movies really exist now,
Yeah,
right?
I don't.
Not really.
Not often.
They're just movies, right?
This was filmed
Yeah.
in 91. It got
Right.
released in 92.
Correct.
October, November 91, it was completed by like
Exactly.
before the New Year.
That's right.
It got released later on, but the soundtrack was already
Soundtrack was already done.
time.
Yeah.
It's already had its time, yeah.
So the soundtrack gets released. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I didn't probably listen to the soundtrack until after the movie.
Yeah,
I don't think I
probably.
listened to it because
Nope.
back then we didn't have access
We
to
didn't.
get.
We couldn't get it.
We couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Right. We weren't buying CDs at that point because
Yeah.
we were still young. We were only 12. So
And
we,
a lot of those CDs didn't make it to Canada.
no, they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't. And we weren't in that whole Columbia House BMG thing yet.
Yeah, and
Right?
Canada had some really significant censorship laws.
Yes, they did.
Against a lot of music
They
that had
did.
swear words and stuff
They
like
did.
that. So
You'd be surprised on
Yeah.
what we couldn't get. So, anyways, released December 31st, 1991. So that's a long time ago.
that feels like a long time ago, man.
That's 35, almost 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
The album, so the soundtrack is primarily hip hop with a little bit of R&B. The album peaked at number 17 on the Billboard Top 200, which is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Considering it's the early 90s, it's a soundtrack
And not a
it's
pop.
primarily hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
When at that time, it was a lot of like grunge music slowly coming in,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So pop.
And hip hop would have the kind of the acceptable hip hop was the party hip hop.
Yeah, it was
this time.
like
Fat Boys and
Kid and
LL Cool
Play
J,
and Fresh Prince,
Run DMC and
right, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the precursor of like NWA and Death Row and all that. That was just on the cusp of it.
It was just bubbling,
right,
yeah.
right. So that's actually quite impressive considering. And it landed number 3 on the top R&B and hip hop albums. So that's good. March of 1992. So just a couple months after, it was certified gold. Sold 500,000
Damn.
units, which even at that back then, even now
very
that's a lot of
impressive.
units,
That's
right?
very impressive, yeah.
So and you'll see why after we talk about it. I mean, the soundtrack is phenomenal. So the soundtrack had 4 singles that actually hit the charts. The first one was Uptown Anthem, performed by Naughty by Nature. Juice, quotations, Know the Ledge.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B. and Rakim. Don't Be Afraid, which is Aaron Hall, thank you. And Is It Good to You? Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
And Lucas.
So 2 R&B and 2 hip hop. So a nice kind of mix, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because most of the albums for hood movies was either R&B or hip hop.
Yeah.
You didn't see a lot of clash,
All
not
the way
too
through,
much.
yeah.
This one you see a lot more of that, which was interesting. Okay, so the soundtrack consists of 14 tracks. Notable production was handled by Ant Banks, who Sham knows. Ant Banks, West Coast Bay Area legend.
Uptown, baby.
If you know Ant Banks, if you know Too Short, you know Ant Banks. If you know Spice One, 187 Fac, a whole bunch of Bay Area
Big dig gangsters in the house.
Mac Mall, Mac Dre, like E40 in the click. Ant Banks is major. Another producer who doesn't get a lot of credit.
Underrated.
And actually, he released an album. He rapped too. Remember? He released an album too. Yeah. He raps too. So, anyways,
Goldie, right?
yeah.
That was dope.
So, Ann Banks, DJ Muggs of the legendary Cypress Hill, another producer who doesn't get a lot of credit.
Shout out to Phil, who just said that he wore out this CD.
The Juice CD.
Yeah.
Filthy. Is that Filthy Phil?
Filthy Phil.
We love Filthy Phil.
Phil's the real one.
Filthy Phil, shout out to you. And we are in the same boat, my friend.
Yes.
I have the original Juice soundtrack. That is from, I know I didn't get it that
Probably
early.
like 95, 96.
Right, that sounds about right. And yeah, we played the shit out of it.
That's what tapes.
So 14 tracks. DJ Muggs, going back to the producers, phenomenal producer. Cypress Hill fame. EPMD, Gary G Wiz, Hank Shocklee, and Keith Shocklee of the Bomb Squad. If you know Public Enemy, you know exactly who the Bomb Squad is.
Yep.
Major East Coast producers.
Sample heavy.
Sample heavy. Naughty by Nature KG, who did production.
Yep.
Rakim actually produced that song. Do you know that?
Yeah, he actually
In
did
its
a lot
entirety.
of his, he did a lot of his own production.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know Rakim produced. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You would think I would know. I did not know that. A young Teddy Riley, pre-rum shaker.
Icon.
Guy.
Blackstreet.
Michael Jackson.
Blackstreet.
Janet
come on,
Jackson.
Man.
Guy was the original group.
Teddy Riley is one of those people. It's not like who's he produced. It's who he hasn't produced.
Yeah.
Like
He's very JD.
because
He's very JD. with
straight
this.
across the board,
Yeah.
right?
Him and Jermaine Dupri should have the same similar lane.
Yeah. They can do a lot of different genres, right?
Don't be afraid.
So, and Herbie Lovebug. If you know Kid and Play, and if you know Salt and Pepper, Herbie Lovebug was instrumental in not just putting them on, but producing a lot of their hit songs.
Yes.
So shout out to that. Okay, shout out to the producers. So track number 1, let's get into it. Titled Uptown Anthem, performed by the great group Naughty by Nature, Vinny, Tretch, and KG. Uptown Anthem, when I tell you, when I first heard it, and the piano, like Sham said, because it starts off with this piano, and then it slowly builds up, and then and then Elite said one of the best opening lines in a hip hop song, like just right off the bat, you just feel this instant hype. Like you can go and run 20 miles. You just have this, like a great workout song too.
Yes.
So for me, iconic hip hop track. I remember listening to it in my Walkman in high school, over and over and over again because I loved it so much. And I still listen to it now.
Still have it on the playlist.
I still have it in the car. I still have it on our party lists at times. Production by KG, flawless. KG is one of the best producers out there. And KG is one of those producers. He's like a Timbaland, and he's like a Pharrell, and he's like a Swiss, where you know it's a KG beat because he uses the piano in a very intricate way,
got a
right?
formula.
Like you can hear a song and be like, "That's KG,"
he's
right?
got a formula. For sure.
Which is it's impressive.
It's a winning formula.
It's an absolute. The production is dope. The delivery by Tretch is dope. It's one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time.
Yep.
And I give it a 5 out of 5, and that's not even up for discussion.
Yeah. Let's just do a little deep dive into Tretch and how it's an absolute travesty that he does not have his own solo album.
Using some big words.
It's. I would desperately want him to do a solo album. I want to hear an all Tretch solo album produced by all the greats because he fucking deserves it.
Yeah.
He's one of the most gifted writers.
Absolutely.
Dude, this verse.
But I think he's past his prime now, eh?
You think so?
I think we deserve the Tretch album maybe 15, 20 years ago.
So you don't think it'd be of value at this point?
I don't think it would be appreciated like it would have been in his
For
prime.
sure, for sure. The appreciation wouldn't be there. It
You
would
know
be
what
for,
I mean?
It would be for our generation.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I feel like his first album should be in the prime.
Prime.
More harmony.
It's like
I get
watching
it.
Mike Tyson fight now.
I get it.
He can still fight, and he's still Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
but it's not as important anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Like Tretch, he should have had that album in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
When Naughty was kind of
He deserved
know?
it because, dude,
Absolutely.
this verse. Hey, you could smoke a spliff with the cliff, but there's still no mountain high enough or wide enough to touch. The naughty, nappy, nasty, and the nasty, trashy, happy, pappy. That's happy to be nappy. That's not it. Me and Vin rock with spots, head flocks, and groups and troops with timber boots and jail suits. That's how I roll when my hairdo don't. When the will I got, what in competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, you wanna flip, tell him full, send me half with a dip, and all that other Ringling Brothers shit. Sporty, naughty, haba, greater than nature, why I shin, slam the flim flam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are. Woo! Dude, round of applause for Trench. This verse is spectacular.
top 10,
Honestly,
top 10 opening verses.
One of
all
the
time.
greatest contributions to hip hop.
Absolutely.
Is this track?
Absolutely.
Is this verse? And again, even though
Absolutely.
Vinrock spit Trench's rhymes, Vinrock is no slouch. The delivery is amazing. How could you not give this a 5 as a hip hop fan?
6 out of 5.
You would be doing criminal injustice
Anything
by
less than a
rating
5.
it any lower than a perfect score.
Unacceptable.
It's beyond perfect.
Yeah,
You-
unacceptable.
You would, or you don't know hip hop.
This is street.
That's the only other option.
You think you know hip hop,
Yeah.
you don't know.
That's the
hip-hop.
only other option.
Raw street
Yeah.
hip-hop.
Phenomenal.
So right off the bat, we got a perfect score.
What a jump off.
Times 2.
Yeah.
Track number 2, Juice. Parentheses, Know the Ledge, performed by iconic hip hop group Eric B and Rakim. Song is produced by Rakim. The first song, if I didn't mention, it was produced by KG of Naughty by Nature. Okay, my review on it. So this is the title track. So it has to be impactful, right?
Yes.
You would think.
Yes.
For me, it summarizes 90s hip hop as far
man.
as the East Coast 90s hip hop sound.
The standard,
You want to
yeah.
get a summary of what 90s East Coast hip hop. Just listen to this.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's phenomenal.
That'll tell you what 90s hip hop East Coast
Yeah.
sounded like. Perfect title track because it has that element of the chaos that the movie has at
Yes.
times, right?
Because the beat feels like a chase.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Know the Ledge is, I think, when Bishop is on the
Yes.
ledge, right? I feel like that's probably what
That's
we're
what they're
talking about,
referencing
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when do you know and when are you too far off?
Yeah.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Dope production by Rakim, which I just learned from Sham and Elite that he's produced other tracks, which is crazy. And even the scratching in it is so
good.
intricate.
So good.
Obviously, that's Eric B. It has to be, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love the song. I gave it a 4.5. And it could have. I was teetering on 5, but then when I was like, well, if I give Uptown Anthem 5, and that's one of my favorite songs, as much as I love this song, I don't listen to the song all the time.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
I couldn't give it a 5, but just from a hip hop point of view, it's very close.
And the thing is, for me, I think 5 has a spectrum, like low 5s to high 5s.
Right.
So I think there's space for me. So the thing with this is, dude, Rakim is so different.
Right.
He introduced a style of rap that at this time really no other rapper could do. The patterns weren't elementary. There's nothing basic about his flows. This era of rap, a lot of it is like, there was a lot of basic flows, but the opening line, sip the juice, I got enough to go round. And the thing is, one really unique thing about Rakim, I have his book, and he talks about how he grew up around jazz musicians. Everyone plays an instrument in his family.
Right.
So when he approaches, this sounds crazy. When he approaches rap, he writes the last line first, and works backwards up to the first line.
That seems incredibly hard.
And inconvenient.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely.
when you listen to the last line, standing on shaky ground too close to the edge, let's see if I know the ledge. It almost makes sense that he wrote that first and then worked backwards.
As an MC yourself, how complicated is that process?
It is
because
unbelievably
writing in itself
complicated.
is complicated.
Yeah, the intricacy it takes to... Okay, so the opening line, sip the juice. I got enough to go round. And the thought takes place uptown. I grew up on the sidewalk where I learned street talk and then taught to hawk New York. I go to Queens for Queens to get the crew from Brooklyn. Make money in Manhattan and never been taken. There's so much
But
complexity.
I mean, he's doing that backwards, right?
It's insane.
That's
It's insane.
crazy.
There's so much complexity in the writing and in the rap. And then obviously the hook with the scratches is phenomenal. The second verse with this corners traffic, cause shorty's here. I get cock D-lit the 40s for beer. No swearing. You gotta remember, Rakim didn't swear.
Right.
Doesn't cuss.
Good point. Yeah, I didn't
So
even
he's
think about
spitting
that.
this gangster spit and this incredible flow on this beat, creating so much tension and not one swear word is used.
Right.
Right? That's
Right.
a super skill.
Right.
And then the
That
second verse ends living on shaky ground too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge. Man, this is one of my favorite Rakim tracks. And it's not on his album at all.
So
It's
let
on
me
the
ask you
soundtrack.
this.
Mhm.
At that point, we were just getting into hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay, early stages.
Yeah.
Now our boy Sham, he knew Rakim.
Yeah.
I without even asking him, I know he knew
Yeah.
already Rakim and Eric B.
RFC.
He was listening to them
Yeah.
because he's got a couple years plus. He's a hip hop head. This was my first introduction to Eric B. and
Yes.
Rakim. I never
Same.
heard of them prior to this. That's
Same.
my honest. And I liked the song at the time. I still do, but at that time, I didn't think anything of Rakim
At
being
all.
a great MC. I just heard the song and I liked it.
Yeah.
Not what I know now about him and his reverence and his contribution to hip hop.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you think anything more than that it
No.
was just a good song,
No.
or did you see Rakim hearing for the first time going, "Wow, this guy is like dope."
No, for
Like
me,
lyrically.
I think the reason this song feels so much more dope than what I could comprehend back then,
Right.
is because of how they used it in the movie and
Right.
the feeling that it gave.
Yeah.
Right? So I think there's just more association to the movie, which made the song feel so much more, because I couldn't understand this. 15, 16,
No.
it's too complex.
Yeah. 12, 13.
Yeah, the
Like, give me
the
a break.
construction of the music is too complex. The bars are too complex. I
Right.
just hear this sounds dope.
It sounds good.
It's fucking frantic.
Right,
Energy
right.
is high, and that made it feel
And he's rhyming, so it's good,
right.
right?
So I can look at this song even from what it hit me back then to now, and it's still a 5 for me.
And obviously, when did you listen to it and then go, "Whoa, like this is the God MC"?
Probably my early 20s.
Right.
Probably not until I started writing like
Right,
heavily
right.
myself.
So almost 10 years after.
yeah,
the
yeah,
fact.
because Daga and Queasy were like on it.
Right.
Like they just listen to Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
They put me onto a lot of music because we were very entrenched in the West Coast.
They were very lyrical.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. So
right,
we were
yeah.
very entrenched in the West Coast, the melodies, the feeling of West Coast music, and East Coast. To me, I couldn't get it.
Me
you,
too.
You got it way
You think
earlier
so?
than I did. Yeah, because you were fucking with Nas and AZ.
I
and
guess, yeah.
Boot Camp
Right,
Click.
Boot
Like
Camp
you were
Click,
already
yeah.
listening to a lot of that.
Yeah, I did like that,
And for
yeah.
me, it was more like the West just sounded
Right,
better.
right.
So I think there's growth in being able to understand hip hop in its complexity in
the-
its entirety.
That's so true.
right. Like you almost have to be like a seasoned fan.
Yes. Yes.
Until you get to the really lyrical rappers.
To the meat of it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like not everyone's listening to
No.
the Damager.
No.
Calls
Cool G
himself,
Rap.
yeah, calls himself a hip hop
Or
fan.
whoever else. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So there's a big range there. So for me, when I got this,
Yeah.
and then I think back to taking it in as a kid, I'm like, shit, we were like exposed to greatness that we had no idea what we were looking at.
Right.
Right. This was all feeling. What did
Absolutely.
it feel like at the time?
Right.
Right.
And Rakim was one of those early rappers who could make a hit by being lyrical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you didn't see that very often
Yeah.
at that time, right?
sure.
There were, I mean, probably LL would be the closest,
But
right?
LL was still fun.
Right.
A lot of the music was fun. It
Like
wasn't
Rakim
serious.
was doing,
He was lyricist.
He was doing
like-
serial killer bars.
like he was the intro to guys like Eminem.
Yeah.
Who could
Yeah.
do lyrical rap,
Yeah.
but have a hit out of it.
Yeah.
Because this song was a hit. It charted.
And not compromise your credibility
Right.
or your gangster while you're
right.
rapping, right?
Which is not easy to do, right?
when you hear him rap, it sounds like a drug dealer
Sure.
telling you stories.
Right.
but he's not that at all.
No, he's not.
Right?
Right.
But he can just craft with such brilliance.
Right.
And I think that's what separated him and the song from everything else on the.
So what do you rate it?
Oh, it's a 5.
It's a 5 for you.
Six,
Okay.
Yeah.
Next. 6.
Track number 3. Now we're going to the R&B scope of things. Titled "Is It Good to You," performed by Teddy Riley, a young Teddy Riley, and a lady a singer by the name of Tammy Lucas, which I don't have a lot of information of. Anyways, produced by Teddy Riley, who, if you don't know, he is
Tammy Lucas is also.
Oh, okay. You got some news on Tammy Lucas?
So Tammy Lucas is also the artist that did the vocals on. What song was it?
The song was a rip though, from Heavy D and the Boys.
Hold on.
Now that we found love?
Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah. Let's keep talking about the song. I'm gonna look this up.
This original version. This was a rip from Heavy D.
Oh,
This
wow.
was a rip from Heavy D.
I didn't know
Look it
that.
up. Look it up.
Fun fact. That's why we got
Heavy D
Sham.
was the original guy that.
So he's got a version of "Is It Good to You"?
Yes. His
Like
version-
Heavy D and the Boys, you mean?
Yep.
And there's no Teddy Riley in it.
No.
It's just them.
It's just them.
So who sings the hook on that? Is it an R&B hook,
It was
like the
more
same hook?
Like a group of girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was more of a
Interesting.
type thing, yeah. But
Shit.
Heavy D had the first original song. This was
I gotta
Heavy
go back
D.
and listen to that.
Yeah, this was.
Damn.
Just so you know, guys.
Champagne knows his stuff, man.
So you know, fam. Yeah.
So if you don't know who Teddy Riley is, he was initially an original member of the R&B group Guy, along with Aaron Hall, and I don't know the other member.
Damien.
Oh, so there was 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien, Aaron, and TR.
Oh, 4 of them. Okay, so they had
Three.
3. Sorry. So they had some modest hits. They were, they're not super big, but they had some hits. And then
Sorry, I hate to interrupt.
No,
I had to
of
get it
course.
out. On Super Thug.
Super Thug, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. It's
Tammy
one of my
Lucas.
favorite songs.
That's Tammy Lucas.
And how the hell did you find that out?
So he was on Drink Champs, Teddy Riley,
That's
and
how
he
you-
was talking about Tammy Lucas, and Nori's like,
wow, how coincidental.
and Nori's like, I feel bad because like I always wanted to give her royalties, but nobody knew how to get a hold of her.
Oh, you know what? I have heard him say that.
Right?
About her on a somewhere else. Well, about the what?
Yeah.
And he said he found her on like social, or she did something on social media
yeah.
sometime, right?
It was just a random connection.
Yeah, right.
Very underrated, but very, very.
What?
Weird,
Wow.
right?
That is so intricate. And that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs, actually.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tammy Lucas. So if you don't know who Teddy Riley is, other than Guy, he was and is one of the most iconic producers, not just in hip hop,
And writers.
not in R&B,
Yeah.
and writers, yeah, but just in music in general. Because he's
Overall.
done he's done pop, he's done a little bit of everything. And when Michael Jackson leaves Quincy Jones for you.
And it's
You're important.
credited for being the pioneer of what's referred to as New Jack Swing.
I was just gonna say,
Right?
absolutely. New Jack Swing, Uptown Records,
Yep.
right, and that whole movement, that was all Teddy Riley driven, right?
Rex and Effect.
Right, Rex and Effect,
Rum Shaker.
Rum Shaker.
Blackstreet.
He sparked Pharrell. Pharrell. There wouldn't be no Pharrell without Teddy
Yeah,
Riley.
yeah.
And Blackstreet's created some of the most beautiful R&B music
Absolutely,
of my life.
Absolutely.
And one of the greatest party bangers of all time.
No Diggity. Yeah.
Right? And the crazy thing is,
Yep.
I don't want to ruin it for you when you watch Drink Champs, but he's got a really cool Dre story about how that song came about.
Oh, really?
And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to ruin it for
Yeah,
you.
and a lot of people don't know that Dre didn't produce that
No,
song.
Dre
Nah.
didn't.
The general conception was, oh, Dre produced the
Yeah,
song because
nope.
he had just left Death Row.
Yes.
He had just started Aftermath,
Yes.
and the assumption was, oh, Dre made another hit. No, he just rapped on it.
It's all
That's a Teddy Riley beat.
It's all Teddy Riley.
Yeah, man.
And Teddy Riley doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
He doesn't.
For the quality of
Teddy
music
Riley.
he's
He
created.
doesn't.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Shout out.
Right?
Absolutely.
And he made some great music with Michael Jackson.
Yes, he did.
Over the years,
Wasn't
you know?
Dangerous all mostly
Dangerous was primarily Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the Time is
He-
obviously a Teddy Riley.
He did the I Get So
Classic.
Lonely remix with Janet, which
Yeah.
is classic.
Oh,
Remember that?
that's so fucking good.
He's transformed that song.
So fucking good.
Yeah, I mean Teddy Riley
So-
is
Influential.
yeah. I mean,
Iconic. You gotta put him up there with the baby face.
Absolutely.
and
Oh,
the Jay-Z and
absolutely.
The Pharrell. You gotta put him up there for sure.
If anything, he might be almost above that because he's not, like you said, not just a producer. He's writing.
Yes.
And he was musically involved.
Yes.
He was part of 2 major bands.
And performing him, yeah, he was one of the lead
Right?
singers. Yeah, he was never really a singer, but he had a swag that he
Right.
could use on record.
Right.
Like the shout again, down, good loud.
Right,
Like that's
right.
not, he's not singing, but he's just got swag.
Right.
But it's fucking fantastic. Fantastic.
And you know what? Just looking at that interview, the guy still looks like he's 30.
Yes.
Guy hasn't aged.
He's done a good job.
He looks the same.
And he's been scandal free overall in his
Yes,
career.
he hasn't.
So shout out to that for being a respectable person.
Yeah, you
Right?
don't hear too many bad stories about Teddy Riley.
Not really.
And I think Teddy Riley, if I'm correct, didn't he do a versus against somebody?
Babyface.
Right. Did he
Yes.
win that one?
It wasn't the best produced one
Ah,
overall
okay.
for
Audio wise?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
That was probably early on COVID,
It was early
right?
on.
Yeah.
They got to do it again.
Right.
2 icons.
You know, he would be a tough person to beat. I mean, his bag is endless.
Babyface's bag is pretty fucking endless.
Is it more than Teddy Riley?
He's,
I don't know.
Babyface is responsible for almost all of the 90s and early 2000s R&B and soundtracks.
Yeah.
Like the Best Man soundtrack, the Wood
Yeah.
soundtrack, all of those
True.
all those movies, and all the Usher product is all Babyface. You know, like I think you'd be surprised that Babyface is stacked.
Because
Tony Braxton was all Babyface.
Because when I think of Babyface, I think of himself, obviously.
Sure, his solo
And I
album.
think of John B.
Yep.
And I think of like Waiting to Exhale.
Yep.
A little bit of early Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of stops for me there. Where with Teddy Riley, I see just a plethora of different things happening. But
word.
maybe you're wrong. Maybe yeah. So overall for me, the song, if you know Teddy Riley's beats, once again, this is synonymous.
Yeah.
It's right off the bat, you know
Trademark.
it's got that early New Jack
You
swing.
want a Running Man all over that
Absolutely.
motherfucker, man.
And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of a precursor to Rum Shaker. Because it kind of
yeah.
had the Rum Shaker vibe
Tempo.
a little bit.
Definitely tempo
You know, a
there.
little bit, right? Yeah, I liked it. I think I appreciate it more now than back then because back then I was hip hop first. R&B came a little bit later.
For sure, you
right?
hated- you hated
Yeah, I
R&B.
hated R&B. I wasn't a fan. I was just hip hop, and I don't want to hear R&B. This man here was
I was obsessed.
both, best of both worlds. And then I think Boyz II Men, the second album too, broke me on Bend the Knee, Water Runs
interesting.
Dry.
Oh, that's a great
I mean,
album.
right? Those
Great
right?
fucking
And then Jodeci came in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I
Oh,
mean, I was
yeah.
on them later, but yeah. I give it 3.5 out of 5. It's a solid R&B track, and yeah, you can play it at a party now, and it's a jam.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3.5 for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a great song. A lot of fun. Up
Yeah.
tempo. This is definitely a really strong association to the movie for me as well when I
Right.
think about the song. And it just the nostalgia hits really hard every time I hear it. It's a 4 for me.
Now here's I'm testing your knowledge of the movie because you said you've seen it endless. amount of times.
Yes.
When does this song get played in the movie? Do you remember? Because it does get played in the
It does
movie.
get played for sure in the movie. I think it's when they first get into the record store.
You're right.
When they're looking
Yeah.
at her ass from the back.
You're absolutely right. Yep. So they're walking in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then Q's going, right?
On the
Q's
step
going to go
Yeah,
do his
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Steele's got the newspaper, and then everything looks good from the back,
Yes.
and then she turns around and it's
and she's got the crust.
$1 million body, the test like this.
a hot mess.
There you go.
So yeah, it's a 4 for me. I really enjoyed this.
Nice. Do you listen to it now
Song.
or in recent years
So when we went
compared to the other
so
two?
we always do the listen to the album before we review the
Yes,
album.
yes.
So I was listening to the album and I heard the song. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add it to my old
You're
school
gonna add it to-
playlist.
yeah.
So it's gonna get played more,
Right.
Because it's a really fun song.
And it's and that's why what we do here is a beautiful thing for us
Yes.
because we forget about some of these songs,
Yes.
or how much we enjoyed them, or how much we enjoy them now,
Yeah.
compared to maybe before,
For sure.
And now it's back in the rotation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I love that.
Okay, track number 4, titled "Sex, Money, and Murder." It's a combination. Produced by Ann Banks, who we talked about earlier. Performed by a guy named MC Pooh. Now, I don't know. It's funny, but he's one guy I don't know. I didn't remember from back in the day.
Yeah, same.
MC Pooh. And you know who I thought MC Pooh was, and then I just realized they're not the same person. There was a rapper He was part of the East Coast family. Remember Biv 10, the East Coast family?
Right.
One for all and all for one. There was a guy by the name of MC Brains. And for some reason I thought he was MC Brains. But that was a MC Brains. Yeah. But MC Brains was a totally cookie cutter rapper, right? Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. I am the prince and I'm up to par. Remember that?
So bad.
Yeah. So I didn't. Yeah, so I don't know anything about MC Pooh. He's just one rapper that flew under my radar. But listening to him, exactly what I put, I put knock off Too Short.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's what he sounds like.
For sure.
He's got that kind of a weird kind of a voice, like Too Short does.
Yeah.
He's got that like a almost like he's talking kind of a voice.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do it as good as Short.
One of one.
He's an Oakland rapper. The beat is surprisingly, and Banks, it's a mediocre beat, unfortunately. It's not a great beat. And maybe because the rapper's not good, I don't know. But I gave it a 2 out of 5. And the only reason I gave it a 2 is because of respect to Ann Banks. I probably would have given it a 1 if it wasn't for Ann Banks.
I fucking completely agree, almost word for word. It feels like a cliche song, like the life, it's all about sex, money, and murder.
Right.
12 motherfuckers out there. It just seems like they just tried to be as dramatic as possible.
Absolutely. Shock
Just
value, I don't know what it was.
For the sake of it and not
Yeah.
put a song into it. Yeah, man. Again, Ant Banks is one of the greats out of the West Coast.
This wasn't it.
This is mad mediocre,
Yeah.
so I guess a 2 for me too.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting to see that they put a West Coast artist on an East Coast album. Especially back then. You didn't see that happen very often.
And the album starts off with such a bang. Like the first 3 songs is so amazing.
Right.
And then it's just like a hard drop.
Right. And maybe that's where they dropped the ball is that they shouldn't have gone the West Coast route. Keep it
There's
East
no
Coast.
need. Yeah. there's
Right?
no need.
Yeah.
Just keep it-
Especially if you're a soundtrack for a movie based out of Harlem.
Yeah.
What are you doing with
It
the
just
West
makes no
Coast
sense.
beat and an MC?
makes no sense.
Doesn't make sense.
And why, yeah.
Track number 5, titled Nuff Respect. Now we're back in it again. Performed by Big Daddy Kane.
Hey.
The song is produced by 2/4 of the Bomb Squad, Jerry G. Wiz and Hank Shocklee.
Oh, the song.
Let's just put some respect on Big Daddy Kane's name
Yeah.
for a second.
Oh.
Now, this was once again my first introduction to Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
Before this, I had no idea who the hell he was.
Yeah. Same.
Because
88?
we're early, right? We're later on. Now, Sham knew and listened to Big Daddy Kane. He knew of him.
King, 88.
When I first listened to it, I loved the song.
Ain't no half stepping.
It's a dope song, and it's very intricate. It's very important, actually, in the movie. Like where the song comes
Yeah.
in, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think anything more of it other than I liked the song and it was a dope beat. Now listening to it and now knowing who Big Daddy Kane is and listening to his catalog, the song means a lot more and it's a lot more important. Saying that, it's got such a classic Bomb Squad PE feel vibe.
Yes.
Rapping, though.
I think, and I know enough about Big Daddy Kane's like biggest hits, and I feel like this is one of his most iconic songs, in my opinion. He does a lot of double time rapping, which is interesting
Yeah.
in his way of doing it. I love the song. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it could have easily been a 5, but yeah.
He brought a cadence that hadn't been heard in hip hop before
Absolutely.
with the double time.
Yeah.
He inspired Jazzo and Jay-Z
Yes.
to be double time rappers.
Good point.
He inspired so many MCs that came after him, used him as their North Star as far as
Yes.
MCs go.
Right.
Because again, like just reading the lyrics is hard. Right? Forget rapping them the way he does.
Right.
Me as an MC reading what he wrote is extremely difficult to read and rap in his cadence.
Right.
So it's groundbreaking hip hop for MCs that are trying to be new and creative. I mean, this is one of the best. It's one of the best. It's fucking fantastic.
What did you what do you did you have any idea of Big Daddy Kane prior to this?
No.
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 And-
No exposure.
And after the fact, did you take anything away of it initially, or just you like the song?
No, I just took it as a good song on the soundtrack.
Right,
It didn't make
right.
me
So
be
same.
like, I gotta find all of Big Daddy Kane stuff.
Yep.
And even if we did want to find it, we wouldn't be able to find it anyway.
Right,
We'd have to go to
right,
the States for all
right.
that stuff. So yeah, I wasn't motivated to go and look at all of his stuff Until I got older.
Right.
Yeah. Then I went backwards.
There's something that Big Daddy Kane does, or he's done in his career, I should say, is he brought a lot of swag early on.
Yeah, man.
Like, it wasn't just him being a rapper. He
Yeah.
dressed a certain way.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could dance.
Yeah.
Like, he could do the splits, lift himself back
And
up.
he looked like a model.
Yeah, the two-step.
He looked like a model, man. He had the chiseled face.
But yet,
Fade
he
was
was a
always tight.
hardcore rapper for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like gold.
And he's got that incredibly bassy voice.
Yes.
The voice is so heavy.
Yes.
Ain't no half step. Go back
Yes.
to all that, fam.
Yep.
Viewers, go
Extremely
back.
talented artist.
Go back to
Ended up being in that Madonna.
Oh, the sex
Yeah,
book?
yeah. The
Yeah,
sex book 'cause
right,
he's
right,
supposedly
right.
hung,
I forgot
so
about that. Yes.
He
yes.
was all up in that mix.
Yep.
So he broke a lot of barriers.
And he was another one of those old school rappers who didn't get the credit until later on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, now he's getting tributes. He's gotten some like he
And he-
gets
and
hip-hop
he
honors
tours
and
now.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful
Yeah,
to
he
watch.
does. And he's still
He's still
doing
young.
great performances.
He's fucking dope.
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Big shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane,
this is a
absolutely.
great addition to the soundtrack. This is a 5 for me.
5 for you.
Go.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of the goats.
All right, track number 6. Okay, now, so the song is called "So You Wanna Be a Gangster."
Oh boy.
Now, this is performed by the real Too Short, not the fake Too Short from 3 tracks ago with MC Pooh. So for me, once again, this was my first introduction to Too Short. So this soundtrack, now that I think about it, was my first introduction to a lot of artists.
A lot of music.
Because
Yeah.
because as much as we were just starting to listen to rap,
Yeah.
primarily West Coast rap,
Yeah.
but Too Short wasn't on that scope.
No.
Because we were listening
There's
to
no way we would be able to get it.
LA Compton stuff.
Yeah.
We weren't listening to
This is still like
Northern Bay Area
This
stuff.
is still when those albums are like, major releases, but
Yes.
only in the US.
Absolutely.
It didn't leave
Absolutely.
the US.
Yep.
They didn't get international shipping.
No, our introduction to Too Short, and I'm sure I can speak for Elite, is Cocktails.
Yes.
That's when we knew of it because we got
That
that
crossed the border.
We got that album from like BMG
Yeah,
or
that
Columbia.
crossed the border.
And then the song, obviously, Cocktails is iconic and
Massive,
whatever the case.
massive
But prior
hit.
to that, we didn't have Shorty the Pimp. We didn't have
Life's Too
Shorty
Short.
the Name.
Life's
Right,
Too
Life's
Short.
Too
He
Short.
was in.
Yeah, we didn't have those.
He was in Menace.
He was in Menace,
Yeah.
but we didn't know that either.
Well, I think
I don't know if I knew
I think
that.
we knew of
Oh
him.
no, we did. No, we did.
knew
You're
of
right, because
him.
it came after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew of him, but we didn't know his music.
We didn't know his music.
Him and MC Pooh was in there too.
Oh, he was,
Yeah,
eh?
he was, yeah.
Mm, interesting. So the song started. So you want to? And I remember this song because it was so different.
The scene.
Holy
Like the song
shit.
itself, it wasn't the typical hip hop we were listening
Not
to.
at
And
all.
shout out to Ann Banks because the production is amazing.
Incredible.
And if you have some type of a dope audio system in your car, the bass in this song is very low frequency, so it kind of like rumbles right across.
Yeah.
This song,
Dark, very dark.
it stays true to the title. The song is called "So You Want to Be," and the way he raps it and the way it sounds, it's a very sinister song.
Oh, man.
right?
It's so fucking.
It's very it's very important for the movie because that's what they want to be. They want to be gangsters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Bishop more than anybody.
Yeah.
So the song is kind of fitting. Oh, so do you really want to be a gang? I mean, you'll break it through more as far as lyrics are concerned. For me, gangster rap at its finest.
Yes.
Like Too Short is through and through gangster rap.
Yes.
I don't care what you want to say. He is gangster rap.
Exactly.
Dope West Coast beat. It had an NWA type of feel. You know
It
what?
did.
You know what the beat reminded me of? Always Into Something.
Doom.
You know, and always
Oh,
like,
yeah. Very, very dark.
right, that kind of that. Yeah.
Very dark.
So I gave it a 5 out of 5 because I still listen to that song from now and then. Yeah.
Nobody will ever confuse Too Short as
With
an MC
anybody.
Or as an MC.
Yeah.
Nobody will call
Yeah.
Too Short an MC. He's not a
No.
lyricist.
No.
He is not the epitome of what you would consider a writer.
No.
This is probably one of his most insightful pieces that
Yeah.
he's written. And dude, so you wanna be a gangster and all that shit. Smoke any motherfucker, don't even trip. You be hard as hell, take whatever you want. Punk suckers wanna front. They get done. It's super simple.
Absolutely.
Really easy. A little easy-ish
Yes. Yeah.
in the
I would agree.
cadence, right?
Yeah.
I think Too Short
Because the Boys in the Hood
fucking nailed it.
Shortly Pimp.
This is him at his best. He's got some good music that I like as well, but as far as like the quality of this song, I don't think he's been able to achieve anything as brilliant as this. This is a total 5 for me.
So after listening to this song, was this your first introduction to Too Short as well?
For sure.
So after listening to the song before Cocktails, there was no more. Oh, I gotta listen to more
Yeah,
Too
no,
Short. Yeah.
no.
Okay. Okay, we're very similar on this.
Yeah.
On this.
Because we were
on
like
the rating so far.
all of our exposures were
We're very
together
similar.
with this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. All right, track number 7. It's Going Down, performed by EPMD. I'm a bigger EPMD fan than you are.
For sure
I
you
think
are.
we've had this discuss. For some reason, I've always liked EPMD, and I always respected them because I don't know if you know or not, but early on, when NWA was formed, EPMD and NWA had a dope relationship, and that was so West Coast and so East Coast.
Yeah.
But they had that respect for each other, and they toured, and EPMD has some iconic hip hop songs.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
absolute. Obviously, before this, I didn't know of them. But after this, I remember years later on, I started to listen more EPMD, and then they broke up. Then it was more Eric Sermon and Def Squad. But still, nonetheless, now I go back to their catalog, crossover. There's so many iconic songs, right? So, anyways, one half of it's Eric for the E and PMD is the other rapper. So it's a two
Parish.
Yeah, Parish, correct. So it's produced by Eric Sermon, who's one of the greatest producers in hip hop as well. I really loved it. I think it's a classic EPMD beat. It's very grimy. It's very New York, man. It's New York to the fullest. I really like the song, and now listening to it again after so long, it's on my rotation list. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. I just enjoyed it.
This is blasphemy. I always say this when EPMD comes up.
Right.
I've never been a fan.
Right. Yeah, right.
It never hits for me. I don't know if it's Sermon's voice or what it is, but it never hits for me. Obviously, I can respect the production. The beat is banging.
Yeah.
But these dudes never hit.
Really?
It always feels like
That surprises me because lyrically they're on point.
lyrically they're on point. They say
And they have-
flip flows, but something musically just doesn't connect.
You don't like any EPMD songs, hey?
I've never.
Have you ever really listened to the hits?
I've heard all of their music.
And you're not a fan.
Nothing has ever been like.
How about like The Joint?
Yeah, like the joint
The
was.
Joint was a banger.
I feel like $1 million.
$1,000,000.
The only
also was-
and this sounds so terrible, but Eric Sermon's just like music.
dope.
The solo track.
Yeah.
That might be the only thing I can think of where I'm like, okay.
Eric.
I
What
fuck
about
with
his Def Squad stuff? Full
Eh.
cooperation?
Redman, Keith
No,
Murray?
no, really, eh?
that. I fuck with Redman. I like Keith Murray.
But
Oh, I
just
see. I hate Keith Murray.
you don't like the Green Eye Bandit,
I don't. Not in the production side. He's on point.
right?
But as a rapper, I've never.
Fair
been-
enough.
I've never liked.
Fair
it.
enough. Fair
So
enough.
it gets
EPMD,
a 3 for beat quality.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. But a lot of people give them high reverence.
Oh, for sure,
They're-
dude. They're considered one of the great groups of hip hop.
Yeah, they are
Up there with
Right,
Tribe
and great duos.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Derby,
I get the
Rock,
reverence.
EPMD, yeah.
Okay,
Also,
we're on.
the B-side. On the cassettes there were B-side, A-side, B-side, side A, side B. So flip over, shall we?
Song number 8.
Song number
actually.
8.
8 out of the 14. This song is by the infamous Aaron Hall. Don't Be Afraid. And
No, but you gotta say it the way he sings it.
don't be afraid.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay,
now
let's-
you're giving it justice.
Let's get a little. I've always hated the song.
Me too.
I've never liked it.
Me too.
It's terribly annoying. His voice I've never liked. It sounds like the creepy uncle
be afraid.
trying to sing to one of the teenagers at their family reunion.
It's very predatory.
Yeah, it sounds very. Now I lay me
Especially
down
now.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
Not knowing what we know about Aaron Hall, a little
Yeah.
bit, it's more.
And yeah, the whole thing is.
It's a
kinda-
very greasy song.
Absolutely greasy. Nothing I really like about it. It's close to an airball for me. But because of the attempt at keeping it catchy, don't be afraid. It's very, very catchy. So
It's that vibe.
it gets a 1.
It's the vibe.
It's a 1.
I'm just reading my notes. Yeah, I mean it's we're not too far off, my friend.
Okay, go on. Before you he goes, now I have you all to myself. You can put all the other guys all on the shelf.
Oh,
No need to run and no need to hide. All the doors are locked, baby, and I have you inside.
Yeah. This is pre-Jodeci.
You can yell and you can hit me. It just makes me horny. Ain't nothing but a love thing, baby, between me and you. Oh, Aaron Hall.
but in his somewhat defense, the '90s was a different time. There was some wild songs.
There were some wild
With some
songs.
wild lyrics.
There was
Come
some,
on.
There was some rapey stuff, and not
Too
just,
Short had a
not
song
just an
called
R&B.
"Blowjob Betty."
No,
To
and,
put things in
and not just an R&B.
I'm just saying.
Not
this
just
is
an
what we-
R&B.
No,
Pop
come
music was
on,
very
man.
over-sexualized.
Yeah, NWA, find them, fuck
rock,
them, and flee.
Rock,
I mean,
rock
Love
music
that.
was very rapey as well.
yeah,
So it wasn't just hip hop and
Yeah,
R&B that was
no,
rapey.
right.
90s culture is very rapey.
you're not wrong.
So, but this song's just
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah,
It's just
and it
dumb.
sounds a lot worse now.
It sounds
Yeah.
so much worse.
and
Why
if I'm
not
gonna
to
be
afraid.
if I'm gonna be frank, they're never in any kind of universe where an R&B song should be titled "Don't Be Afraid."
And you should never be okay.
It's just R&B is supposed to be about romance or heartbreak. What is "Don't Be Afraid"?
You should never be in a position.
Afraid about what?
You should never be in a position where you're telling a woman, "Don't be afraid."
Thank you.
That shouldn't be a part of
Yeah,
your.
I will. Don't be afraid. I'll take the blindfold off soon.
It's a cuddle song.
You know what? Fuck it. It's an airball.
Airball. And
It's an airball.
and I gave it a 1.5. So I got a little bit better, but mine. I think
It's a cuddle song.
It's a 0.
it's a 0.5. It's a 0.0 if I want to get technical with it. But it did remind me of an R. Kelly kind of a vibe-ish,
They-
right?
they
Early
both
R.
had
Kelly,
similar flows.
like a 12 play or R.
Yeah,
Kelly.
they
you
both
know,
had similar
where
style.
he used more of that twang in his voice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
12 play, 12
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
12 play. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
All right, and you know what's, do you know who produced that song?
Uh-oh. Who produced it?
PR.
Hank Shocklee and Jerry G. Wiz
my
of Public.
God, that's so weird.
Because it doesn't sound anything like that.
No, nothing.
Yeah, the
That's
bomb.
so strange.
Hank and G Wiz,
That makes no sense.
one half of the Bomb Squad produced that song,
That just makes no sense.
which is really odd because it's got a
nothing like that.
no, it's got a heavy piano beat, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it sounds just like a generic
Like
R&B
a regular,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, so
R&B
that
pop.
was really weird when I saw that. But
so-
anyways,
Hanky panky.
yeah. Track number 9, He's Gaming on Ya. Performed by the legendary Salt and Pepper, who I'm a Salt and Pepper fan. Are you a Salt and Pepper fan?
Oh, for sure.
Now,
Generations of classics.
now I'm gonna tell you something. When I remember listening to this in the movie, because it's when the boyfriend rolls up in the car. I think that's when the song comes on.
Okay.
Remember, and he's about to go talk to her, and then he
He's
sees her
trying to
drive.
talk to the
Yeah,
kid.
right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know Salt and Pepper rap the song. I didn't know Salt and Pepper at this point. My first introduction to Salt and Pepper was Shoop
Oh, okay.
and What a Man. Remember that album?
Push It?
Because
No, no,
The video
no,
was
no.
making waves back then.
No, but Push It was like 89. I wasn't listening to Salt and Pepper
Yeah,
in 89.
I remember seeing the video for Push
yeah,
It.
I remember listening to the song after What a Man and all that.
Okay,
But
okay.
not before.
Okay.
So my introduction to was Shoop and What a Man, because that album, I forget the name of that album, but that album was a big album
Yeah,
for a
it's
song.
huge.
It was like the comeback album.
Huge hits.
Right? Because
Yeah.
those two songs were like
Yeah. Because
skyrocket.
they had been gone for a
Right,
while.
right. So anyways, so now knowing that it was Salt and Pepper, It's a tough song. Like it's a tough meaning like it's a hard song.
Yeah.
Like Salt and Pepper, like they can rap.
They can rap.
And this song is not the Salt and Pepper that some of you know with like the push hits and the What a Man.
The
like
poppy
this
stuff.
is right.
Yeah,
this is like
gangster.
This is like real rap.
Yeah.
Like boom bap.
Yeah.
Original rap.
They can
Like
spit.
KRS-One says. Shout out to Salt and Pepper, man. And they're still touring to this day.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
God bless
Salt put out a solo song
Cheryl.
last year.
Yeah.
She put out a solo single.
Yeah.
And she can still rap.
Yeah.
She can still rap. She just
Yeah.
needs newer producers, you know?
Yep. And I always thought they were kind of fine back in the days.
Salt was fun.
Right? With that even when she had the short hair, she was kind of fine, man.
Yeah.
And fun fact, we were talking about Tretch earlier on, who makes an appearance in the movie and is on the soundtrack. He was married to Peppa at
For a
one
long
time,
time.
and they have a kid together.
Yeah, they were made for a long
So
time.
that's a little fun fact there. So it's a tougher track from Salt and Pepper. Herbie Lovebug produced the song.
Yeah.
It's a very hip hop beat. It's a
Straight
very
East
East
Coast
Coast
hip-hop.
dope beat.
Yeah.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it more now.
Yeah, it's a very good song. Good beat. I enjoyed it back then. I I don't know how, but
Yeah.
I remember seeing Push It, the video,
Right.
because it was on all the time.
Oh, okay,
On,
okay.
on Much Music. And I remember seeing that video, so I knew who Salt and Pepper was.
Right.
I had no idea this was them.
Right.
There was
Right.
no tie-in for me.
No.
Because they didn't show Salt and Pepper
No,
at
they
all.
didn't.
So it's
And,
just
and
another song.
it didn't sound like Salt and Pepper because they weren't doing that type of rap. They
Yeah,
were doing
no,
this type
it was
of rap.
serious.
Right,
It's a serious
right,
rap.
right.
So I really enjoyed this song. I still think it sounds dope. It's a 4 for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to track number
Sounds like
10.
blasphemy.
Yeah, oh, hell no.
Track number 10, titled Shoot 'Em Up by the great group Cypress Hill. Produced by DJ Muggs.
That beat, man.
Keep going.
And I thought we had some technical difficulties, but we're all good. So produced by DJ Muggs. If you don't know who Cypress Hill is, I'm going to go out on a limb. Sham can correct me if I'm wrong, but not solo, but I believe they were the first Latin hip-hop group, if I'm correct. Not solo, because I know we had
Kid Frost.
La Raza and Kid Frost before that.
Frost.
But if I'm correct, as far as group is concerned,
Yeah.
were they the first Latin hip-hop
I
group,
think,
Sham?
well, they were the original first
Because
commercial.
they were there before
First
Delinquent
commercial,
Habits.
yeah.
No, but who was there before them? Even not commercial. Who was
Maybe Lighter Shade of Brown, or could have been.
was Lighter Shade of Brown before Cypress Hill?
It could have been.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think Cypress Hill.
So
was
maybe,
the
maybe
first
not. But they were they were the most
They
influential
were.
Latin hip hop group or artists. I mean, consists of 3 people: Sendog, DJ Muggs, and Be Real. So I knew of Cypress Hill before the Juice movie and soundtrack because I don't know if you ever met them. I don't know if you did or not, but I had 2 friends who lived about four houses down. There were 3 brothers, but I was friends with 2 of them, Milton, Franklin, and David. And they were from El Salvador. And they had just recently come in. So we went to elementary school together, and they were listening. The older brother, David, was a hip-hop fan, so he had all the albums.
That's crazy.
And he had the Cypress Hill, the first album.
Damn.
Cypress Hill Tales. So I remember listening to how like that, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't realize they were more into it because of the Latin aspect of
course.
it, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
And I didn't understand the name either.
Because it had no
Right.
tie-in to
So for
us
me, it was just
anywhere.
like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I know who they are, but
Yeah.
that was it. But
Cypress Hill.
Shoot 'Em Up. I mean, it's a very, if you know Cypress Hill, it's a very Cypress Hill song. I mean,
That beat,
it's
that
dope.
beat just knocked it out of
Yeah.
the park. So
Produced by Muggs, classic Muggs production. It's a sinister gangster
it's
song.
So gangster.
And you cannot ever confuse Be Real's voice with anybody else.
One of one.
Because his voice is
One of
so
one.
unique.
Yep.
Influential.
And even to this day, they're touring.
Yeah.
They're they're still out there. And they were one of the first, if not maybe the first, like weed heavy
Oh, for sure.
artists
They
in their
push
songs.
cannabis culture
Right?
further than most other rappers.
They should get a lot of credit for that,
Absolutely.
right?
They
'Cause they
normalized
didn't just-
it.
This is before the Chronic.
Like Smoke
Yeah.
It. They rapped about a lot of it.
They normalized it big
right.
time.
I Want to Get High is one of their biggest songs.
It's a classic.
Right?
Classic.
So I gave the
Classic
song a 3.5
classic.
out of 5.
This song I really like. It's definitely not the one that I would have chosen to be on the soundtrack. They should have used the "Here Is Something You Can't Understand." Oh, just kill a man. That should have been on the
That
soundtrack
was
instead.
rough, yeah.
I totally agree.
It just makes more sense. That's a 5 out of 5 for me. This song I really enjoy. I still enjoy it to this day. It's a 4 for me.
Nice. I think you're right. I think they dropped the ball a little bit. Not them, but whoever did the production.
Yeah.
They should have used How Could I Just Kill a Man?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Because the songs in the movie,
It matches the vibe and the feeling of it.
I have a feeling, and maybe I'm wrong, but I
Same
feel
concept, same
like
concept.
the title of the song was maybe too controversial.
How I Could Just Kill a Man.
Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, back then, early '90s,
That's crazy.
remember Ice-T's album?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Got banned
Yeah.
because he had Cop Killer.
Yeah.
So like
That could be.
and then this is a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know the higher up was like, we can't have that song on this movie.
Give
We
us
can have it
something
in the
different.
movie because it's different.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
that makes sense.
That's kind of my take on it, but I could be wrong. Anyways, okay, rounding it down here. So we've got a couple tracks left. Track number 11, titled Flip Side, performed by a group. I'm assuming it's a group called Juvenile Committee. I've never heard of them. I don't know who the hell they are. The fucking song is horrible. The title is horrible. The name of the group, or if you're a fucking solo artist and you're still alive, you're doing injustice to the real Juvenile. Although you were before him. Juvenile Committee. What the fuck does that even mean?
It's so bad.
How can you have a committee if you're a juvenile? You're not even old enough to fucking have a committee. The song
They
is
asked
so
permission to leave the house,
right.
stupid.
Committee of what? Which toothpaste you're gonna use? You fucking asshole. The song is produced by Demetrius Shipp, and who the fuck is that? I feel like that's a fake
Is
name.
that?
No, I thought the Tupac guy,
Yeah.
right? No,
Is
because
it
he would have
his
been
pops?
like
'Cause he's a junior,
he would have been
isn't
like 3 years old.
But he's a junior, isn't he? Ship Junior? Is that his pops?
See, I thought his last name was Tripp Jr. But maybe it is Ship Jr.
I think it's Ship.
Maybe you're right. Maybe
Yeah.
there's like, you know what? We'll have to do some backlog on that. Anyways, the song sucks, but I had to give it something because, well, I don't know why really. I can't change it now. It's too late because I probably would have airballed it, but I gave it a 1.
You're being very generous.
Yeah.
The song is ass. The beat's terrible. There's nothing about it that I like.
Saying it's a filler track.
Yeah.
Filler track is an understatement.
This is obviously a favor, or like
someone's nephew.
someone's dying of
you, the
cancer.
producer.
Dying of cancer. You're doing them a favor, putting the song on the track. This
Right.
is an absolute
You got it.
airball.
Yeah. And flip side. What the fuck does that even mean?
I have no idea. What
Yeah,
that-
I know. Like,
Does it
I know
make
what
sense?
flip side, like on the flip side, but
Flip mode? No.
stupid. Okay, track number 12, title What Could Be Better, Bitch. So, if y'all don't know, if you're some of you younger hip hop fans out there, the word bitch was used a lot in 90s hip
A
hop.
lot.
Bitch was like very taboo, right?
Yeah.
So when you said it, it had like
Too short
now
build- too short build this
you
career
can
off
watch
the word.
you know a sitcom on TV and they'll say bitch and it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Back then, bitch was like whoa,
Yeah.
like bitch. Apache had a song called "Bitch You Better Have My Money."
Yeah.
No, that was AMG,
AMG,
right? Sorry.
AMG.
Oh no, Gangsta Bitch,
Thank you, bitch.
right?
That
So
was
bitch
Apache.
was in a lot of songs,
Yeah.
right?
call.
So anyways, this song is called "What Could Be Better, Bitch,"
You better be.
performed by a group called Son of Berserk. So I did some research on them. They're actually Hank Shocklee's group. It was a group that he was trying to he had signed to his label. He was trying to get them up and coming. Since he did a lot of production on the album, the soundtrack, they gave him a shot and said, "Hey, you could put you're a new artist."
Yeah.
Anyways, it's such a shitty. If it's trying to be a Public Enemy knockoff, they did a great job at it.
Sucks.
That's a definite 5 out of 5 for that reason alone. The beat is shit. It's a filler track. It's produced by the Bomb Squad in its entirety, and it's bad.
This is a B-side.
For me, it's
Oh shit! That's 3 airballs on this album. Yeah, the song is whack. I don't know why they put. I don't know why they do shit
Filler
like this.
track.
Just make it a 8-song album and call it a day.
Yeah.
The last quarter of the album is garbage.
Even if you cut it down to 10
it's
from 14,
it's great.
you would have had
It's great.
a totally
It's a
different
great
album. Yeah.
But the last quarter of the album is ass.
Absolutely.
It's so
Absolutely.
bad. I don't like anything about this.
I don't either.
This is another
Yeah.
The whole B-side.
That's not shocking.
B-side is
garbage.
Track number 13, titled "Does Your Man Know About Me?"
yes. I love this.
Produced by Rakim. I don't know who that is.
Beautiful.
I know a new Raheem from our gen. Isn't there a Raheem
Yeah.
from our generation?
R&B singer.
Right,
Yeah.
but this is not the same Raheem. Or is it Jaheem? No, maybe I'm confused.
There's both. But there's a
Oh, there is a
there's
Raheem. Oh, Raheem Devon,
Raheem
right?
Devon, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I don't know who he is. I couldn't get much information from him. The song is produced by Rough Daddy Smooth and the Players. So that should tell you a lot. For me, I don't. It's an R&B track, but I don't like it. I didn't like it. There's nothing about it. It's a filler track. It's airball. Yeah. It just didn't do anything for me.
Another one for me too. I don't understand why they do this.
Right. You start off so strong,
So
right?
strong.
The soundtrack starts off
Monumental
so strong.
songs on this album all the way through.
Yes,
And this
yes.
one continues the descent into what the fuck.
Big time.
This is by far the most
Most
airball
airballs
we've
we've had.
ever
Yes.
had.
Yes.
And we did a Rick Ross album,
Back to back, right?
Yeah.
right?
And you did a Drake album.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Awful
I know.
songs.
Okay, folks, we're at the final track of the album. Track number 14, titled "People Get Ready" remix, performed by the band called the Brand New Heavies. Now, I remember, after this album, I remember hearing about them because they were in that alternative kind of space,
They did rock, hip hop,
Right,
all
right.
that stuff combined.
and they were black, which was rare back then
Very
for
rare.
for a black artist to do acid jazz, because
Very-
that's what
very
this
rare.
was, right?
Yeah. Just like in Living Color, that group.
Right. In Living Color, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Michelle, remember?
Michelle,
in-
Indigo Cello.
Right.
Yeah.
Tracy Chapman. It was
Very
kind of that
different.
new. We don't just have to do rap and R&B. We
yeah.
can do other stuff, and it'll be
Facts.
successful. So they're UK. I don't know much about them other than I remember hearing the name, but they're actually a UK acid jazz band. Very funk oriented. The song for me reminds me of a very like a funk song. It's an okay track. I mean, it's not a horrible track, but it doesn't belong on this fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it.
So when I was
This is so out of place.
when I
It's
was
crazy.
listening to it, I was putting today's standard on it, and I'm like, that's not fair. This is 1992.
Right,
You
right,
gotta understand.
right.
So for that time, this would have been a little more fresh than
Absolutely.
we're giving it credit
Yes,
for.
yes.
So in that regard, I gave it a 2.
I gave it the same.
It's not. A good
I literally gave it the same.
It's not.
And you know what? If it was on a different album,
Maybe
or
it's a different
maybe
thing.
we'd see it in a
Maybe on
different
the
lens.
Bad Boys
Yeah,
soundtrack. or
right,
something.
right.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even make
Makes no
sense.
Makes no sense.
And it's not even R&B or hip hop, which this album is. It's
Yeah.
acid jazz.
It makes no sense.
So that was very odd. All right. Final score.
It's a tough in conclusion.
It is a tough
Because
conclusion.
the songs that
yeah.
are so good are so
so
good.
good.
B-side.
And then the ones that are so bad are so
Are
bad.
extremely bad.
But you can it's not about the sentiment, it's about the actual score. So for an actual
That's what it comes down
score,
to.
For a collective album, this one for me gets 3.
Okay, we're not far off. I gave it 3.5.
Hmm.
And I think I gave it 3.5 is because, like you said, the songs that
The
are
weight
good.
of the big ones.
Like
Yeah.
like this song, this soundtrack for me, you got Juice, the title track. You got Uptown Anthem. You got So You Want to Be a Gangster.
Is It Good to You?
Is It Good to You? And Know the Ledge.
Yes.
Right. And then if you throw in for me like the EPMD song, like I mean,
Right.
like that's
Right.
that's I mean to have 5 or 6 iconic songs
Yeah.
from not just the soundtrack but from any
It's
album.
very rare.
I mean, the only other album like NWA
Yeah.
was
It's
that
very,
album, right?
very rare.
The 4 Life album.
Yeah.
But it's very, you're right. It's very rare to have any kind of album to have. I mean, some albums will have semi hits, but
Yeah.
not that many
No.
like iconic.
No, definitely not.
So that's why I gave it a that 3.5. And
Fair.
if like Elite said, if it was condensed a little bit more, I probably would have given it a 4 or at least.
Could have been close to a 5.
Yeah, could have
They
been
would've
close to a
chosen
5.
the right song. So
But nonetheless, a very monumental album in not just hip hop history, but in movie soundtrack history.
Yeah.
And for us, it brings back so many memories.
Yeah.
And we still have one of our brothers from that generation who we all grew up at the same time. So we all were immersed in this.
Absolutely.
So it's
Defined us for a
there's
while.
a lot of emotional attachment.
Yeah,
to the song.
yeah, it
To the
defined us for a
soundtrack,
while.
to the movie.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
So make sure you revisit it if you haven't seen it in a long
Yes.
time. Revisit it. It's a great watch for the movie. It's a great listen for the album until you get to
Absolutely.
the last half.
Absolutely.
Make sure you do the subscribes. 90 Till Infinity High Phrase Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and everywhere else.
Yes.
I am Elite.
I am Riz the HHC.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Peace. Peace.
Cut.
Oof.